Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? I hope everyone is doing well this evening. It's that Sunday night flavor. You know how it is. Good old Sunday night levels, madness in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a conversation tonight and conversate about the idea of what is Bitcoin going to do next. Now, mad love and respect to everyone passing through to tonight's live. You may notice at the top, we have our poll. Now, this poll is the trader's reality ratio, which in essence, it's there for you guys just to pick up on how many times I say, ladies and gentlemen, and if I encounter any boomer moments. I have the moderators of the channel keeping an eye out on any antics that I could get up to in the stream, whether I drop coffee, whether I trip on something, if I drop my inhaler, you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, I want to thank you all for passing through to tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Traders Reality. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation, guys. Okay, so let's kill the music. It's time to understand what's happening. Now, I've done my very hardest this weekend to just come away from the charts. Need to get some reset. I am 100 miles an hour on the charts every single day. And I guess when you take a step back, you tend to have some more clarity in what you're looking for. Okay. And in this game of trading, yes, we're all about trying to get the experience. All right. But in my formative years of trying to understand this game, I always found that, yes, if you stare at the charts all the time, you naturally think that you're going to improve. But the problem is, if you're looking at the wrong thing and getting good at looking at the wrong thing, you ain't going to improve for nothing. And it's only through understanding certain ways that they move the markets. Now, listen, you're dealing with the hardest, easiest way to make money, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There is no foolproof way. Whether you're a scalper, a holder, the game of speculation itself is the most challenging game in the world, and it draws in everyone because of the idea of how simple it is. Press a couple of buttons, place an order, wait a few moments, and here you go. You've earned more in 20 minutes than you would in a week's worth of work. That can be appealing to people, but behind the facade of what trading can do, all right, there's the commitment, there's consistency, discipline. Do you have it? That's the question. And how good are you at applying it? So let's have a conversation, guys, and make sense of the madness that is happening in the charts. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what do we mean by be prepared? Be prepared for what? Be prepared for price to drop, be prepared for price to rise, or be prepared to do nothing. let's have a look at what's been going on so far this weekend. Well, guys, look, we haven't had any activity over the weekend. You can see how choppy this range has become. Typical Bitcoin behavior, typical cryptocurrency behavior. Once the weekend comes, this is what happens. Yet to the average trader, and if he is working a 9 to 5, this is the time that he trades. This is the sad truth about it. See, during the week, they may not be able to commit to trade during the day. They can't take advantage of these plays that happen in the week and these continuations to the downside, these beautiful moves like so. They have this to contend with, which is why trading over the weekends can be a treacherous thing, ladies and gentlemen. So let's understand where we are in order for us to understand what's likely to happen next. Mad love and respect to every single one of you beautiful people passing through to tonight. Sack Trades, Mike Dutch, what is going on? All my people, Bella B, Thad, how you doing, my man? Jojo, what is good? Marek, Ryan Mack, East Cobb, what is happening? Anyone from the UK? I know my people from the States are repping every single day. Some mad love to New York, Brooklyn, Cali, wherever you are, Florida, wherever you are in the world, guys. Amsterdam, what is happening, man? Got nothing but love and respect for all of you people. Stacy, what's good? Casey, how you doing? Beautiful. Soul Cow, what is happening? Got a lot of day ones in here, man. A lot of day ones. A lot of day ones. Yeah, people are talking about this recession thing, but you know what? We'll have a conversation about it in a moment. So here we go, guys. Let's roll with it. Now, let's go on the higher time frames for a split second. See, when they go on the higher time frames, I like to jump in between certain hours. You know, normally everyone goes to the daily or the 4 hourly. Only a few people may look at the actual candles in between all of that. Okay, so let's just look at the 22-hour chart. Sounds crazy, I know. All right, it does sound crazy, but look, the 22-hour chart in less than 2 hours time, okay, we will then have a new daily open candle. And as it is right now, the final hours of this 22-hour candle are starting to turn up. Could this be the momentum to drive price back up to this? Now, listen to me very carefully, or as much as you can, right? What I do in these streams is engineered at thinking from the perspective of a holder, position trader, swing trader, scalper, day trader, you name it. Whatever preference you have for trading, whether you are a scalper or a holder, swing trader or scalper, whatever it is, guys, okay, I will look at all perspectives. Some people expect me to say go long, go short. Well, I don't need to spend 45 minutes sitting here telling you whether to go long or to go short. I'd simply just say it in a post, in a community post, and say Bitcoin long or Bitcoin short, buy here, sell here, there you go. Where's the understanding of how the game works? I want you guys to do it for yourselves. You know, that's what this is about. So, 22-hour chart looks kind of interesting. Why? This is an imbalance. You can see already we've had a terrible week in terms of direction. Comes up, comes down, goes up, goes down. This looks like Bitcoin has just been listed on PancakeSwap, right? And all the guys that are trying to do the rug pulls and what have you are successful at doing so. It's a terrible range. It's not meaning anything. But behind each of these moves is clear indication by Mr. Market Maker, liquidity provider, whatever it is you deem him to be. He's trapping traders and grabbing up liquidity in this contained zone. Yeah? Now let's just pull out a second. What's the structure? Now, Bitcoin has been stuck in this range for quite some time. Take the high of this range all the way down to the low. Bitcoin has been, what, in a $12,000-$13,000 range. Okay? It's not really doing anything. Given that Bitcoin can move 10K in one day. All right? It's not doing much. It keeps coming up and down, up and down. This is keeping people in suspense. All right? People are expecting something. They're trying to make sense of it. And if you are new to this channel, I'm telling you, once you change your narrative to understanding where's the money at, as opposed to where people think it's going to go, you're going to see trading in a different perspective. You see, 95% of people that come to trading are looking for where price is going to go next, and they will justify it on the principle of patterns, okay, like, you know, triangles, wedges, Super Mario flags, having a laugh and a joke with you, ladies and gentlemen, bear flags, bull flags, pennants, you name it, okay? This is what they make sense of it. The problem is what we need to be aware of is trading is just not that simple, all right? When you see a certain pattern play out, like the bull flag, it appears at that point in time, you can capitalize on it, fine. Go back in the chart and try and draw them off, all right? And say to yourself, okay, how likely is this bull flag going to play out? Yeah? Here's an example. Imagine this as a bull flag. Right, so price has moved to the upside. We've got a little bit of a flag like so. And price needs to break out one point against the next to validate your entry as such. But what if that doesn't happen? It drops lower. But the fact is, there are people that are trading that at that point in time and believe it will break out and go higher. So that's how they grab the liquidity. Not everyone will have the same preference when it comes to the idea of trading certain patterns. All right. But there are psychological patterns that appear in the charts, because those patterns are the ones where you are going to react to people's responses to one thing happening against the next. For example, when we see price coming from the highs up here, yeah, we see that's an M formation. Some would say it's a double top. Yeah. Some would say it could be like a head and shoulders play as such, right? We look for this one cyclical move, guys. W formation, rise level 1, rise level 2, rise level 3, peak formation, drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, peak formation. It sounds like a rap. Yeah? This is a weekly cycle in Forex, and it applies as well in crypto. All right? These are all psychological points in the chart. In other words, from the W formation, the market maker makes traders believe price is dropping to the downside. He reverses it back up into the range right here. He hits the shorts, takes out their stops, creates the illusion that price is going to continue higher, spikes up, brings it back down again, reinstalls in the eyes of the retail trader that it's going to continue down lower. So he's setting up orders down here. Price comes, trades into that zone, and then reverses back up. Yeah? That's just the basis of the pattern for anybody new passing through to the channel. Now, let's just try and apply it to what's going on right now. As it stands, we've got this interesting W formation. It's a variable pattern. Yeah? But this is the structure. There's a reason why it drops lower. Look, 3 hits to the low. 1, 2, 3 hits to the low. That's the first leg of the W formation criteria. Brings it back into the midpoint. Mini M formation. They come back and hit all the liquidation points for the shorts. Here's something for you. Let me get rid of all of that. Let me zoom in and show you the precision of the market maker. Look at this zone right here. Take a trend line, draw across it. The smallest point right there, bang. What do you see? That's despicable. Look at where they finished. They finished just at the tip of that red vector candle. Where they pulled back from. Dropped. Why did they do that? What was so interesting about that point there? You see, that point right there is where the market maker went long by inducing traders to go short. He's getting the commitment from the retail trader to go short. And in order for them to go short, he has to go long. The question is, when's he going to come back to that point? Well, he achieved it right there. So that will be the midpoint of your W formation. Now you can see we've got a few interesting aspects to this W formation. It's variable. There is a pattern within a pattern. Yeah? And that's just consistent with accumulation. Accumulation of what? You see, if this pattern is going to be invalidated, Billy from Philly, what's happening, man? If this pattern's going to be invalidated, there are two levels in the chart you just need to be mindful of. All right? The first level is down here. That would be the 32,800 zone. Now, we've been talking about these areas quite some time over the streams, and you'll notice when I do go over the streams, I'm always referring to these points to keep in your mind the idea of structure, guys. You need to have structure. If you don't know where you're trading towards, okay, that means even if you are in a trade, you're not going to know when to get out. And likewise, the biggest problem that traders have is closing trades, especially losing ones. We are quick to close a profitable trade at the fear of not keeping that profit, but we're a little bit more reluctant to close a losing trade. It baffles me. But you know what? I was there. Been there many a times. Now, 32,887. The next zone in the chart which they could attempt towards, all right, but doesn't invalidate the pattern, is the 34,390 zone. Now, what reasons would they have to go back to that point? Just a simple view, the wick. They like to come back to these wicks, okay? The idea is understanding when. What's the momentum saying so far in this chart? This chart is showing momentum is pointing downwards, okay? But before it's pointing downwards, the price action itself is somewhat tricky. Why? Because there's no clear directive move lower. It's just a fast move up, fast move down, back into the range. Fast move up, fast move down, back into the range. So we need to try and profile what's going on inside of this pattern as to establish whether it's going to be successful or not. The breakout from this range right here, ladies and gentlemen, is going to happen from below the moving averages. So you'd be expecting from this pattern right here, the W formation to complete would mean that price would need to break out from this range right here. All right? We've got 2 points in the chart that they could reverse from. The 800 EMA and the 200 EMA on the 22-hour time frame. In an hour and 45 minutes, the markets will print a new daily open. So all of what they've done today, guys, okay, is going to be factored into tonight's new daily open candle. All of the information that is being pushed out about cryptocurrency, the situation with the war across the world, that's going to be filtered tonight. Asia are going to have some fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I warn you, please refrain from trading from 10 p.m. GMT, which is now, and 1 a.m. in the morning. Can you do that? The reason I'm saying refrain from trading that time is because it's the dead gap time. It's a time in the marketplace where the market maker, in essence, has free roam to do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants, but he can whip and whack the ranges all over the place. Pay attention to this. As it stands right now, guys, we have got, done it again. What we've got right now, guys, is the psychological high and the psychological low. Now, if you remember on Friday night's video, yeah, the psychological high for last week was in this zone and the psychological low was down, well, sort of in this area here. In other words, the psychological high and low for this week are trading within last week's psychological ranges to a certain degree. Okay? We've got to try and make sense if they are preparing to bring price back up before they bring it back down again. Go on the hunt in the chart and establish key points of interest. So the first point would be these big red vector candles. They are important. Why? They are imbalances. Yeah? They are points in the chart where the market maker had actually triggered traders to do more of one thing while setting up for something else. Yeah? That is building longs. He's pushing them to go short. He's hitting the previous longs liquidation points. That's why these candles appear at speed, because he doesn't want to give these guys a chance to close out. Yeah? Looking at the way Bitcoin's behaved in this particular range, guys, the problem that we've got is news itself can just completely wipe out any structure in the charts. Yes, everyone's talking about recession. Yes, everyone's saying that. I read an article earlier saying that there's no backing from any hedge fund managers accumulating Bitcoin. Everyone's going short in Bitcoin. Well, we understand something about the shorts, guys. We kind of know what the story is when they like to go from one set of shorts to one set of longs, liquidation points. All right. So check this out. When it decides to go, here we are. As it stands right now, to the current range, there's about $5 billion worth of shorts liquidation points, assumed liquidation points in the visible range. Okay. Now, this is for Binance. Now, what I'm going to show you next is all of the shorts and the long liquidation points between the range of, I believe it's 42K all the way down to 36, if I'm correct, when it decides to do it. There it is right there. That crazy stuff. We'll get back. There it is right there. Okay, look at that. That's very healthy, isn't it, guys? The range says $14 billion worth of liquidation points for shorts in the chart. Now, even if everyone is saying Bitcoin's going to drop to 10K, 20K, at this current point in time, there's $14 billion worth of short liquidations. They've been containing price in this range for quite some time right now. Ever since what? The 6th of March. We are now at the 14th of March. Okay? A whole week of just sitting in this range or so. Right? Something has to break from this. Two scenarios could appear, ladies and gentlemen. We may get the typical market maker behavior. Stop hunt low, rise, or stop hunt rise, drop. Those are the two instances that we are waiting for. The idea is this. Which point are you going to trade from? So let's look at it like this. Let's make the assumption that Bitcoin moves down lower at speed, hits last week's low, but comes straight back up. This is what you're looking for. If it can come all the way back down here, right, and then shift back up, it would need to break above the 50 EMA. To confirm your entry, wait for it to break that area. Wait for it to break that structure. Then once it goes above that point, let it retrace back into it. Continuation to the upside, you have two entry points. How much upside is a different story. You have then the 200 EMA and then the 800 EMA. And this is on the hour time frame. Which is why it's imperative that you pay yourselves whenever you do get yourself a decent profit. I'm not saying the second you become in profit, that's it now, you've got to get rid of your position and then the fees actually attack your account and you're sat there thinking, hold on a sec, what's going on now? Like, I ain't making any money. What's the point in that, Tino? Why are you telling me to pay myself all the time? I tell you to pay yourself all the time because all I see is people posting profits of live trades that are live right now. That doesn't mean anything unless it's closed. Yeah? That's what it is. There's a saying, it says, if you're showing people your profits in your current live trades, it's probably the right time to sell. That's what they say. If you're declaring, I'm in this profit, I'm in this profit, I got this profit, that's probably the best time for you to sell. You know, it's like this mystical thing that the market gods are going to reverse on you because you declared that you are in a profit. Yeah? Because when you do that, you will then get into the psychological mindset that you need to maintain that position because someone's going to come back to you and say, yo, how's that trade going? Yeah, I'm still in it, bro. How's it looking? I know price has dropped. Yeah, I'm still in it, bro. Diamond hands, baby. You know how it is. Yeah, we'll go back to that profit. And then, bro, but why didn't you close it at that time you posted how much profit there was back then? What are you going to say to that, bro? What are you going to say to that guy? You say nothing. You're going to look like the biggest fool. Again, always be considerate to your efforts in your work. This game is hard enough as it is. It's nice to have the glory. Keep the glory for yourself. Share it to yourself. Do something about it. Then work on the next trade. Because that's what this is about. When you place a trade, ladies and gentlemen, your concern is not how much money I'm going to make on this trade. Your concern is how soon can I get out of this one whilst making enough money on this one to work on the next trade. That's what I do. Once a trade is open, I know where I'm going to get out. So I then let price do what it needs to do. I'm looking for the next trade. That's how you maintain the discipline. I'm not going to sit and get all caught up with the current price action and say, you know what, I'll hold it, I'll go to bed. Nah, I haven't got time for that. You know, I don't have the game of hopefulness in trading. You either cut the trade and work on another opportunity, because this game will always be printing candlesticks. All right? Now, given the concentration of this price action in this range, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we are going to see some volatile movement from this range. Whether it's to the upside or to the downside, my opinion, the best time for you to trade is when you see a new market open. Whether that is Hong Kong and Tokyo, not that much volatility. Frankfurt, London, big volatility, big liquidity. It's the best time of day. 8 a.m. GMT is the best time of day for you to trade. All right? Then you have the New York Open. Brilliant time to trade, because you then have the London liquidity and the New York liquidity sessions, giving you justification to why, if price is going to come back to the 50 EMA, the liquidity is going to be present in the chart for the commitment of traders to move price back up. Yeah? That's what I'm trying to say. Now, wait until Asia opens tonight. If it works in your current time zone, wait until that session is open. Mark off on the chart key points in the zones which you believe that they're likely to come back towards. I mean, if we look at the high block itself, if we zoom into this zone, you can see there it is again. We're back to square one, guys. All right? Do you remember last week's videos? Okay, we were talking about the high block and making reference to the darker blue areas. Up here, right, there's no interest up here because it's all 100x. All these guys are 100x. The liquidity is in this range right here with the dark blue liquidation points. Okay, so I'm going to wait for that to just zoom in for a second. How many of you in the room tonight? Mad love and respect, ladies and gentlemen. 1,500 of you in this room. God bless all of you for passing through to tonight. Okay, again, look, it's wait. Oh man, this platform, it stresses me out sometimes, but I guess we've got to wait for it. Oh, has it done it? There we go. All right, cool. Here we are. You can see right here, guys, look at the chart. It's all 100x traders. They're not patient. Look at them. 100x, 50x. They're not patient traders. There's no direction yet. Okay? Up here, that's where the money's at. Let's not dismiss the fact that there is a lot of liquidity points for the greens, for the longs down here. But the shorts are getting stacked right now. Total short liquidations, 1,229. Total long liquidations, 669. 669 long liquidation points. All right? Which one are they going to go to first? Because, guys, that's exactly the range that we are in right now. When you look at Bitcoin on higher time frames, though, guys, it is pretty evident, okay, that Bitcoin is trading lower. The bigger points of view in the chart, of course, are this point right here, which is the wick. So we're anticipating at some point they may return back to this wick. We've had this presence right here and this area right here rejecting the 200 EMA. So this video, this part of the stream right now is for my holders, okay? Don't make the mistake of thinking that just because price held this zone, it means that it's going to hold this zone because they've done it higher, okay? So the difference between this point right here, that's where we are right now. Price is higher than what it was right here, okay? Cool. Is that enough for Bitcoin to move higher? It's unlikely, is it? Is it just simple and happy days for you to say Bitcoin's going to go higher from this point because of what they did over here? Well, we had that same mentality when they came into October, September time, when they had that rally that, you know, Bitcoin was going to come back up from that point because of what happened over here. No, it didn't happen. They said exactly the same thing down here. Nah, didn't happen. You know? Said exactly the same down here. No, it didn't happen. As much as we can only look to the past to determine what the future is going to look like, past price action, it's not that it's not going to dictate what's going, well, it's not going to dictate what the future's going to do. But what you're looking for is the behaviors, what they did in the past, in and around certain zones. Are they likely to do them again at a different point? In other words, this big candlestick right here was a news play, right? Tweet or Tesla, I don't know. but it was a news play. That triggered the market to return back up. Yeah? You were anticipating price coming back up because you had the vector points. And again, the art of trading is knowing the when. You will never know the when, but you can improve the chances of being in the trade when it's time for it to move in the direction that you expect it to move, okay? Based on how much money you decide to commit once you place the trade. In other words, avoid using so much leverage. Yeah? The idea is to not give a little much. Look, leverage is a double-edged sword, guys, and you can really get tested with leverage. It can mess you up because when you use leverage, right, you are accustomed to using and seeing the fluctuations of your profit and loss. You're used to seeing them being higher. So when you use less leverage and you're not seeing that same fluctuation value in your position, you're not interested. Yeah? Not interested at all. You don't care, do you? So what I want to try and get across to you guys is this. Whatever narrative is being fed across the board, is Bitcoin going to go down to 32k, 30k, 28k, 26? It's easy. We can just throw out price action all day, every day. That's cool. Okay. But so far, it seems that it's holding a structure here. This is the next definitive zone that Bitcoin will need to come in towards if it's going to break down lower, because it can go into this range and it can also reverse back away from it. So keep an eye out on this range right here between the 34,322 zone. That's what you're looking for. Okay. Very important zone in the chart right there, guys. I'll mark it off for you. Yeah. Now, let's have a look at the good old book map. Let's see where the live orders are currently at. Okay. That's going to tell us where the liquidity is currently in the charts. So here we go. No instrument selected. Where is it? There we go. And if you are new to the channel, guys, this is a live feed of all the orders coming into Bitcoin. That's limit orders being placed at 5 different exchanges: Bitstamp, Binance, FTX, Coinbase Pro, and Kraken. The idea of this is to help us understand the chances of price moving from one zone to the next. If you tune into the New York streams that I do during the week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you get to see the true beauty of this platform. You know, I like to do a good little running commentary with it. Sounds like I'm at an auction or a sports match, a football match, telling you guys what's going on. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, but let's dive into it. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, all right, for the guys in the US, you've had daylight saving. Make sure that you go into the settings of the trader's reality indicator, right? And make sure that you change up. Where is it? I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. Oh man, where you at? Let's get this up here. That's it there. Okay, so you need to change, if I'm correct, daylight save DST on. I believe that's right. Mike, are you in the stream? I'll check Luna in a second. Is this correct? Do I change that to US Brinks and put that on? Is that correct? FTX EU headquarters is moving to Cyprus. Oh, wow. That's funny, that is. That is really funny. I'll be going over there to see him then. TD for... Anyone in the US? Or do you know what? Do I even need to do it myself? Do I even need to do it myself? I don't even know. Maybe. I'll sort that out later. I have hardly been at the charts, guys, so yeah. Anyways, never mind. We know what time it is right now. China's going to lockdown because... Oh, really? Again? Ah, never mind. What can we do? All right, so what was I saying? Yeah, so, again, this zone right... No, book map, that's it. That's where we at. God, my bearings tonight. Let's have a look at where the liquidity's at. So, as it stands, 39k, 111 Bitcoin, and 3861 is where the current liquidity is trading. We've got a little bit of movement right here. 3 Bitcoin absorbed at that point right now. Keeps on increasing. That's pretty interesting. Let's just zoom down and see where the liquidity is at. Okay. 583. This liquidity at 30k has not budged. It was at 594 at the start of this week. Okay. And no, 600. Now it's gone to 594. And now it's at 583. That's not budging. 32k has actually gone up to 303. But this liquidity down here has gotten darker. So they're adding more. So more liquidity is being added. So in other words, do we have, 583 Bitcoin individual orders? Do we have, how many orders do we have within this range? Is it made up of thousands of $100 orders, or is it made up of $100 million orders? What's the story? This is how you determine the liquidity. The darker the liquidity of this on each of these orders here. Now remember, look, behind this white line right here, anything on this side are resting orders that need to be filled in the chart. Okay, anything over here is what is being or has already been filled. So if you zoom into this, you'll see it for yourself in real time. Right, markets are quiet right now. Look, you can see orders coming in. They're pushing price up. You can see that's coming in now. All right, Bitcoin's moving up. Here you go, just so you can understand the movement. I'm not going to look at the charts themselves. Just look at how this moves, okay? Liquidity is coming into the top side, right? Big bubbles are coming in. This tells you the delta. It's green. It's positive, okay? So they're moving price up. Usually when you're looking at it from this perspective, ladies and gentlemen, when the delta's green, in my eyes, when I look at delta and it's rising and it's a high percentage, it's the market maker, in my opinion, going short, which is why I would expect them to retrace down from this, okay? But it's when they decide to do that point. Are they going to wait for it to move up at least a few more waves higher? Going to do the first wave, 1, another wave, 2, and 3, come and fill all the orders up here and then pull price back down, all right? So this is what we are looking for when we see these, when we look at the book map itself. You can zoom in as close as you want, but I advise you don't zoom in too close because you're just going to get chaos. Look all these orders being swept up right now, okay? Let's have a look at the chart itself. What's Bitcoin doing? Here we are. Remember, inside, that's the daily, of course. Let me just get into the 1 hour time frame so we can understand. Again, another wicked out candle. I mean, look, they've come into the green vector candle right here. Looking at the market cap dominance chart itself, you can see they've also come into the recovery of the red vector candle zone. They haven't taken out this liquidity just yet, but they've done the business in this area here. And we've got 1, 2, 3 hits here. We have this imbalance down here, which they're likely to try and see at some point, the same way they came down to this one right here. As you can see, they're likely to come down here. Are they preparing to drop USDT? In other words, is Bitcoin going to see a little bit of a recovery back up to try and take some of this zone right here? Because this is where the money is at. This is where the short liquidations are, right here. That's where the cake is at. Look at that. There's a reason why they haven't gone down to this point right just yet. Why? Because they've absorbed all of that liquidity in this range already. Now they're just building this up right here. In other words, they're going to get these guys to add more liquidity and start getting people who get closed out from here, start believing price is going to continue higher, so that when they do put their margin and set their liquidation points, they are adding more liquidity to these zones right here. This is the nature of the game, guys. You are trading the idea of how long are people going to keep their exposure on the charts for. That's what you're looking for. Okay? Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's doing the same thing. But Ethereum, again, she moves so much better than Bitcoin. She likes to play the game. She's got movement up, trading above the daily open, which is great news. Okay? Mark off the points in the chart and establish where are they likely to go. The reason why I mark off the charts like so, and I always look at all the other areas in the chart, is because when you're in a live trade and say you're in a long and you're expecting it to move higher, focus on the time it's taking them to move up. That's important, because if the candlestick itself is not moving at speed towards the upside, And you can see that lots of volumes coming in this area here. So if you look at the volume bars down here, you can see they pushed price lower, but they sharply came back up with the green vector candle to hold the range. Okay? What's going on? Are they going to actually move back up later on? And then we would have another conversation as to whether or not this area and this area is going to be seen soon, and how long is price going to hold at this point, because they seem to get into the habit of spiking up at a moment's notice. Yeah? Do you see how I'm breaking down the idea of the charts to help you be critical of your decision-making process when it comes to you putting down your hard-earned liquidity? All right? Remember, you don't mean absolutely anything to the market maker. He doesn't care who you are. He only cares about you when your position is live. Yeah, you can sit and watch charts all day, ladies and gentlemen. Market maker ain't going to say anything to you. He might induce you by means of a pattern. He might induce you by means of social media, influencers, you name it. However they induce people to commit liquidity. That's the nature of the game. Okay? You always got to be vigilant. You're going for the kill shot, make sure you treat it like one. Not firing from the hip. Yeah? Let's have a look at Luna. What's going on, guys? Sorry, man, I'm chatting away on here. I am chatting away. Are we all well tonight, guys? Are we very well tonight? I'm sorry. I haven't really paid attention to the chat itself. What's going on, guys? Are we okay? A lot of you have been chatting and chatting. Forgive me. 1,600 of you, nearly 1,700 of you in the stream. 600 of you like the stream. And how many votes have I got on my TR ratio? 761 of you have voted on my ladies and gentlemen boomer moment. When was the boomer moment? Am I getting that good at boomer moments that I don't even know they happen in the charts? In the charts? In the streams? Ah, well, that pretty much explains the story right there then, doesn't it, guys? You know? But cool. Are we good, yeah? Wicked, wicked. When Lambo? Luna has no gravity. Hasn't it got any gravity? Let's have a look at Luna. Here we go. All right, so this is Luna. Okay, now listen. Luna's been fantastic. She's been absolutely... I've done it again, bro. What's going on with this chart, man? So look, Luna has done something pretty interesting. All right, we spoke about Luna last week. We've got the pattern here. We've got the rise up, the retrace, the rise up. Now, the problem with this here, guys, is the rise up here has happened at speed, but they've come straight back down again into this range. This could, if it actually plays out, and the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA hold in terms of support, then we might actually see Luna trying to come back up. But the problem that I've got with Luna is I'm not seeing any imbalances as such up here. I'm not seeing many vector candles. I'm not seeing the presence of market maker trying to push price down lower to trap traders at lower prices, okay, so that he can get lower prices and get his longs filled at lower prices so that he can come back up towards it. It's only happened here, right? Could that imply that they're likely to come down a bit lower? That's the question. Yeah, Bitcoin moving right now. Here we go. Nice big move by Bitcoin. Let me kill off the book map. Here we go. Just had a sweep of Bitcoin orders. There we go. What we said earlier on about the delta. When the delta's increasing, I'm believing the market maker's going short. He's building his positions to go short and he comes back down into it. Funny, isn't it? Let me kill that off. All right, then. Now we've fully recovered this vector point right here, guys. It's good to keep an eye out on this. And we're breaking away from the psychological range. We've hit the psychological low twice. One on vector candles and then one without vectors. To the guys in the masterclass and the patrons, remember what we said about the red candle, green candle formation? Look what's going on in this chart right here. That's where the strategy could actually play out. And it's all based on what it does in this zone right here. Yeah? Because look at the volume at the lows. It's starting to rise as it's dropping down. So that's market maker stepping in. He's doing the business right now. And we have a new market opening in a couple of hours' time. So we will and may see some decent activity tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But remember, guys, It's Monday tomorrow. Now, Monday is notorious for false moves. Now, the false move is either going to be to the downside or to the upside. Again, you've got a ranged out play right here. Whatever time frame it is that you decide to trade from, just mark off in the zones where price is likely to try and travel towards. You can even base it on the liquidation points. Zoom in to the liquidity, okay? And establish where is price likely to go in the near term. Yeah? Where is it likely to go? Have a look. Let's see if it does it. If it doesn't, then that's it. We'll just put it to bed. Oh, man. Anyway, never mind. Let's have a look at gold for a second. Gold's dropping. Coming down towards this green vector candle point. That was the last close of gold, which we had a little bit of a W formation play forming in that zone. Okay. There's a lot of liquidity in gold that they could come back to. Are people going to take profits, or what's happened over this weekend that's going to cause people to actually react in tonight's sessions? Let's have a look. Russian delegate, it may be possible to reach a joint position between two delegations soon. Russian delegate to talk with Ukraine says it may be possible to reach a joint position between the two. Okay. Russian get, okay, progress in talks on war. Okay, then fine. So that looks like it's a positive thing. Right, but the problem is it's... Oh, here we go. It may be possible. Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking for something else. France says Putin is not ready to end... Ugh. See what I mean? Look, you see that information? That was 6 hours ago, and he said that 15 hours ago, was it? Maybe. 7 hours ago. No. Oh, God. Missile fire towards US consulate in Iraq. Well, man, that's just going to make things interesting. So then that tells me, if we go to crude oil futures, okay, they're not worried about that. They don't seem to be worried about that. Crude oil dropping. Principle would say that Bitcoin should be coming back up. Risk needs to come back on. Looking at the 10-year yields, the yields are okay. They were finalized towards the close of the session today. They are moving up ever so slightly. So that's good news for us. Pax Bitcoin. So this is a coin tethered to gold as such. And it's trading against Bitcoin. When this bad boy drops, Bitcoin rises. So hopefully we see this coin come back into the vector zones itself. I'm waiting for it to load up on my chart right there. Okay. S&P 500 trading lower. We might actually see S&P coming back up if Monday's going to see that happening tonight. Okay. In the Asian session. All right. Let's have a look at some altcoins and establish what we've got there. Here we go. Ava. DeFi. Okay. Mad move. Not DeFi, but Avalanche, yeah. All right. So, big spike up. There's obviously some news plays come out. Haven't been really looking at many altcoins because it's all been about Bitcoin and Ethereum and what those two coins are doing. Gala took a big pump last night. Very nice pump, of course. Altcoins and what have you. Lattice token, nothing interesting there. Again, back to the practice, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know where you are with the altcoins, you pull up the total market caps to understand the narrative that's happening there. So the total market cap for altcoins right now says that most altcoins are trading below the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. Okay? So you're going to be looking for coins, right? Now, here's the trick. Look for coins that are trading above the 50 EMA in relation to the total market cap for the altcoins, because it excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum. Why is that important? Because in principle, if there is a coin that's trading above the 50 EMA on its own chart, right? It says that the majority of altcoins are trading lower, but this one coin is trading higher. In other words, the time it's going to take this altcoin, the altcoins across the board, to come back up, this coin might actually retrace back down. And then when the altcoins decide to break out, this bad boy is going to be moving up with aggression. Yeah? So go and look for an alt. Let me try and pull one up for you. Ava was an example of that, but that's a news play. And I'm guessing most of the altcoins reacted like that. Okay, so these are trading higher. Okay? So ideally, you're expecting them, in principle, to see price come down, test the 200, test the 50, and bounce away. That's what we're looking for in principle. That is, of course, if Bitcoin doesn't decide to just completely collapse and then everything comes back and recovers the ranges. What you're looking for, guys, in relation to recovery of vector candles is this. Is the journey from the point that it's decided to turn from, is it moving at speed? If it isn't, it's going to take a little while to get down here. In other words, it might retrace back up, come down, consolidate, and then drift slowly towards this point. They might even trap traders more and come back up and recover these previous wicks right here before they decide to drop it down again. Yeah? When you establish what kind of trader you are, you're going to have the understanding of where you can expect price to move based on the speed of candles. So that's what I'm saying to you. When you want to prepare yourself to come to trading during these moments in the charts, guys, you have to have a clear indication of where you expect price to go based on a confluence. All right, you can see this has moved away from the 50 EMA. You're expecting it to come down towards and test it. If it does come down and test it, you'll be testing the 200 EMA at the same time. So that's a big confluence play. From that point, if it's going to show interest to move higher, you would see the vector candles present themselves in these zones and then they would shift out. The next points of interest in the chart would be at the last point that they had trapped traders with the belief price was going to go higher. I can imagine at that point right there, loads of money is trapped. Guys who went long are trapped in that area. And the same applies to when traders are trapped to the downside. You can imagine how many traders were trapped at the lows right here. Yeah? All of the guys going short, all the sell orders coming in, market makers buying it up. And then he shifts out. That's why it's important that when the market maker comes back towards these liquidity points, it's going to be a fast move when it happens, something similar to this. Yeah? To be honest with you, I haven't actually... Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is very true. Let's have a look at Rune. Let's have a look at Rune. Is Rune in here? Oh, God. I'm back to this. Oh. My days, man. Rune. Let's have a look. Slowly coming up. Holding against that 50 EMA. What a wonderful coin. That is fire. See, this is what I mean. You can find altcoins that act as a good hedge against Bitcoin, man. When all this madness is happening in the charts. Look at that for a coin. That is crazy. Yeah? Absolutely phenomenal. Bitcoin's taking the drop. Paying attention to too many altcoins right now. Hold on. Where we at? Come on, Bitcoin. Where you at? There it is. There's that break. We've managed to catch some flavor with you, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Nice sharp break to the downside. They come and hit that zone at speed. They have hit that point at speed. Yeah, Phantom. Fast move, ladies and gentlemen. This is true. This is a very fast move, guys. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Look, this is what I'm saying about the speed of candles. This is on the hour time frame, guys. Something's going off. Is something happening? Anything being discussed? Is there anything going on? It's a fast move, guys. Look, they're coming into the previous zones. Dot is crashing. I can imagine it's crashing as well. Come on, I've got to get myself prepared here. Look at that for price action, ladies and gentlemen. Nice Sunday night. Gotta love the Sunday night fire. Wow, look at that. 37,956 in the chart until it breaks last week's low, man. Look at that. Getting ready to come into last week's low. Very interesting, to say the least, for Bitcoin. Wow. Here we go. Last week's low. Oh, man. Look at that. The speed of this candle, man, is very interesting. They're hitting orders. So they've come down towards those points. They've come down towards them. It's what they do next. This is a clean rejection. Next point of interest in the chart, guys, would be last week's low. Beyond that, that would be 37,122. Let's see if they can do that. Market cap USDT. Where's it gone? Where's my market cap dominance? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. They hit that projection point. They completely ripped that zone apart. Wow. Happy days. I can't believe they did that. And it's still going as well. I hope you're enjoying tonight's price action, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that it's done. It don't usually get this sort of price action in the charts when it's a Sunday night. But I'm actually very excited about all of this chaos. Here we go. Bitcoin, last week's low. Is it going to play it out? I'm going to try and get the book map up as well. We could see a lot of imbalances right now, guys. This is where activity is going to happen in the charts. Very interesting activity could play out in this zone right here. Mad imbalance. Here we go. Last week's low. Can they tap last week's low in the chart, guys? This should be very interesting. So what to do now? What do you do now? Well, there's no point in placing any trades right now because the move has been missed because we're looking at altcoins. What happens now, guys, is we've just hit an influx of orders, liquidation points. They've recovered previous vector points in the chart. This is on the 1 hour time frame. You'd be playing with fire if you're actually going to try and go long from this point. Okay. Now, certain traders in the channel that are familiar with the V-shaped plays, you might be able to exploit something, but you need to wait for the price action to verify itself. This is a sharp move down lower. Okay, so naturally you're going to be waiting for price to just stabilize a little bit because they could continue down even lower from this point. So you've got to be very careful, and even a little bit of a retrace back up is going to be not going to be enough. I mean, we want to try and see it, bring it back into the fray here, but of course we've got a new 1 hour candle starting very shortly, so that could lead to a continuation. So we just need to be observant and watch what they're likely to do from this point. Volume at the lows right here. Massive volumes rising up. I'm waiting to see it. They're going to try and come back up into this range. Come back into the vector candle. Is it a false move? Let's see. Range daily low. There's the low right there. They could come and take the range daily low for the session. This will be a nice move, man, if it does continue. Because everyone now is running to go short, which is why the price has stalled. Okay? They've all run to go short. The idea is are they going to then make those guys pay, all right, and bring price back up? We're waiting to see that. Or are they going to squeeze in just a few more shorts? Here we go. Are they going to do that? That's what we're waiting for. No, just pay attention to the speed of the candles, how quick they move. That's what you want to focus on. Here we go. Could that be a valid play? Could we exploit that? Last week's low seems to be a support point. They haven't hit last week's low just yet, but the move's not over, in my opinion. If it starts to slow down, then we would naturally assume they're going to come back up. That's the question. If it comes back up from this point. Wait until the start of a new 1 hour candle. Got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Will it play out? Have a look where we at. It's covered 50% of the ADR midpoint. Okay then. Book map. Let me get the book map up. The book map up kind of distorts the computer. Wait there a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get that up. Yeah, I'll get it up. Chill. I'll get it up. I'll get it up. $30 million worth of longs liquidated. Are they finished? That's the question. Are they finished with this zone? So last week's low sits at 37,419. Looks like it wants to go there. And they can just spike low and come back up. But it all depends on what happens in this point. It's the start of the new 1 hour candle very shortly. How long have we got? We have got 3 minutes. A lot can happen in 3 minutes. They can spike lower and higher in as much as they want. But there seems to be a point of interest in this point in the chart that they seem to be holding from. Well, let me just break down and have a look. Have we come back to anything? No. Wait, 6. There's the recovery of the wick. No vector candle in that point in the chart. You'd be playing with fire trying to scout this. But this is what makes you as a trader, guys. Quite honestly, it's what makes you as a trader. It's managing your expectations in these sort of scenarios. How are you going to behave in these sort of plays? Might be exciting for you, happy days. But at the end of the day, you're risking your hard-earned money. So please, be cautious with it. Here we go. A little bit more of a push. Recovery of that wick. Are they going to do that? Where's the book map? Come on, book map. Where you at? So we can understand where you guys are with that. Here we go. So it's holding that point. That's interesting. It's holding that range. Okay, so a lot of liquidity has just come into the chart. Here we go. Right, here we go. Book map. Where you at? Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin price right here. Book map. Wait for it to load up for a second. Just get rid of that. I'm glad this has happened tonight because we can talk through the wild price action. Here we are. So red delta, lots of negative deltas coming in right now. I expect the market maker is going long from these points or expecting a push back out. Sweep, there we go. We've had a lot of, so 12 Bitcoin was swept up in less than 0.1 second. Mad speed, here we go. 3 more minutes until the start of a new 1 hour, no, 2 more minutes until the start of a new 1 hour candle. Let's go, Bitcoin. What have you got for us? What are you going to do? Okay. I should have kept them. Nah, my lad, man, you went to bed. If you can't manage your trades when you're asleep, you can't manage your trades when you're asleep. So don't. If you're if you're a scalper, you shouldn't even have trades when you're asleep. Unless your position has gone so favorably in your favor, okay, that you don't even have to worry about even placing a stop because of how far price has moved away from it. You know? Here we go. The liquidity. Look, they're sweeping up Bitcoin. Look. Look at this. They are hitting orders left, right, and center. They are hitting stops in this area. 14 Bitcoin swept. All right. Naturally, when we see the deltas appearing in this zone right here, we expect them to move higher from this point. How many of you in the room? 1,800 of you sharing this moment with me. Mad love and respect to all of you. If you are new, guys, be sure to subscribe so you can catch us during the week when we do this for the New York session. Here we go. Slowly coming back up. Slight recovery in the chart. Very interesting point. There's a lot of, seems like the market maker is sort of looking to try and release potentially from this area. He's holding it. Slight recovery. He needs to get above the 5 EMA for it to be a valid point. You know, I was literally about to get off the stream about 10 minutes ago. About 10, 15 minutes ago, I was going to end the stream. But I'm so glad this has happened. Vape be hitting. Delta. So it's George. That means, look, these bubbles here are delta. So that's negative delta, positive, positive, positive. So I look for these, the bigger delta plays. Okay. Here we go. It's getting a bit busy now. It's getting a bit aggressive. Rise, retrace, continuation up. Where's the liquidity at? Come on. It's all down here. So they may not be finished with the range just yet. Here we go. New 1 hour candle. Here's the truth. Here is the truth of this move. Are we going to see it continue down lower? It's getting very busy, guys. Here we go. Sweep. Another sweep. Where we at? 37.62. There's the, look at that. Look at that right there. That delta, negative delta right there. Naturally always tends to reverse price back up with massive absorption. So we should see a lot of liquidity coming into this side of the chart. Is it going to do it? Or are they just going to continue? They haven't hit last week's low yet, and that's an important point in the chart. But the thing is, when you expect Bitcoin to hit a certain point in the chart, the idea is are those traders who want to protect their positions, are they going to step in at this point? That's what this book map's about. It's about getting traders to commit in these zones. Yeah? This red line here is the ask. This is the bid. All right? And you see, they're quite wide as well. They're spreading out. So they're hitting people's orders frantically in this zone. So no 100K then. Tiago, we are at a key support is the middle level from 2021 yearly open and the 2002 yearly open on a macro perspective. Okay, so this probably explains why that this could be a narrative. You know, it could be a narrative. But it all depends on what happens here. Look what's going on. There's a lot of liquidity coming in right now. I can see it happening. You just pay attention to these areas here. And this is the volume profile where most of it gets exchanged, and we're at the lower band of that point. So we want to see it edge upwards to get into this point and trade higher. Come on, 11 o'clock, man. There's nothing on in the markets except just Sydney. Here we go. Some more positive delta. We want green delta candles pushing away from this point to start recovering this previous area in the chart. That's what we're looking for. Bitcoins, let me just move this so that you guys can see it. So you can see the price of Bitcoin. Let me go over here. There we go. So 37,605. That's where we are right now with Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Dollar yen has gapped up majestically. There it is. Look, dollar yen's flying up. There we go. Nice little move up by dollar yen. 117,500. That is nuts. Bitcoin back down again. Where's the book map? Let's keep an eye out on Bitcoin. Still hasn't broken that area yet. Still hasn't broken it. Let's keep an eye out on it. More sweeps to the down. Sweeps to the upside. So they're going to start trying to move it up, I believe. I think they could move it up based on understanding the sweeps, because they're absorbing Bitcoin higher. That's what this sweep is. So they're hitting the stops to the upside. So could they actually start edging upwards now? And the liquidity is going to start coming in at this point right here, ladies and gentlemen. What an experience. What an experience. Are you enjoying yourselves, guys? This is exciting, isn't it? This is the 2-minute chart. It's hard to see. Let me just zoom in for you so you can see it clearer. This is the 2-minute chart. And we're going to go with the book map as well, just to understand what price is going to do from that point. Let me just kill that bit there. Let me rearrange my chart so it's easier for you. Oh, man, what has he done? What a guy. Right, here we go. There. Move that. Cool. That should put things into perspective for us so you can see the price a little bit. Here we go. Delta coming in. Happy days. Delta's moving nice. Delta's moving nice. Needs to hold, though. Needs to hold. Yeah, this is the problem with Bitcoin, man. When it doesn't move, it doesn't move. But when it moves, it moves. Lots of volume coming in at this point right now, guys. Massive volume coming in. Commitments coming in. Here we go. Get going, Bitcoin. See, that we should see some more green sweeps happening in this area. They should be absorbing a lot of Bitcoin in this area. The sweeps should start appearing. Yes, 1,900, nearly 2,000 of you. And only 940 of you like the stream. Come on, guys. Where's the mad love? Where's the mad love? Okay, you see that there? See that? Nice little spoof order there. Here we go. Rising up. There's lots of liquidity coming in here now. We just want not that many deltas to come in at negative. That's what we don't want. Don't want the negative deltas coming in. But I understand something about this. See, when you're looking at the delta, if you see positive delta, the market's inducing traders to go long. Okay? And they can do that from the lows and from the highs and in between as well. So here we go. Are they going to release? There she is. That's the sweep right there, ladies and gentlemen. We profiled it from over here. So we hit the once, done it twice. Are we going to see it happen again? Liquidity's coming in now to the upside. Pay attention to down here as well, guys, because if they're cancelling orders in this area here, they could be trying to put them up here. All right, remember, we're just trying to make sense of the orders that are being placed, whether they're by humans, whether they're by algorithms, you name it. Okay, we're trying to make sense of the actual orders that are preparing to get filled. The people that want to get the commitment in the charts. So several points. Okay, then that's very interesting. Here we go, pushing up. If they can release into this area here, that'll be a nice happy days movement to the upside to continue back up. Red vector candle, green vector candle up. I would love to see that, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is the fire right now. This is the fire. It is a pleasure to be sat here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute pleasure. CEO, you didn't have to do that, bro, but thank you very much, man. This is interesting. So this order here, in principle, should be triggered up here. They should get the same guys who were here that cancelled their order to try and come back in again. Because price is getting close. So I want to see a nice big orange area here fill out. There she goes. Come on. Bring it down before you bring it back up. Come on. What you got for me, Bitcoin? Man, this is interesting. Nice little fake move. Is this Monday's false move, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. This is Monday's false move, maybe. Here we go. Here's the big liquidity. Now, listen. When you see the big appearance of these deltas, that's orders being filled and pushed into the chart. Now, the candle doesn't look like it's doing much, but it's what's inside of it. That's what counts. Okay? It's what's inside of it. Look at the power of this candle. It's a stopping volume candle. When you pop it out in the charts, guys, you can see volume is pretty big. Look how long that candlestick was. But the volume's nothing compared to what this one was. And as they drop price lower, volume was dropping. So we could see it. This may be the reversal. Who knows? We would need to see this continue. Bounce back up. Come on. What have we got? 34%. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Come on, Bitcoin. What have you got for me? This order up here, 38,130. Can't believe it, man. Broke down to 37, man. 37. Between 37,380, there's 117 Bitcoin down there. Looks like there's an institutional order in that zone as well. Looks like an institutional order. Usually there's like a little bit of a line right there if you can see it ever so slightly. Here we go. Now, it's coming in. They're retracing back down. They want to trigger the same interest that they got over here, all right, to happen here now. So we want to see another green delta appearing in this point because nothing much is happening in this area here. Not that many big deltas coming in, red deltas, that is negative. So it looks like it's a controlled move to the downside. I want to see the big green delta bubble coming in. Making sure that the red delta stays negative, but it's not that negative as well. So the percentage is low. Oh, it actually might be quite high. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. China may cut RR and interest rates to stabilize growth. Paper, okay. Smashed. Philip M, how you doing, my friend? What's good? Yeah, Monday's false move got confused. Confused by daylight saving. What a sad story. Okay then, guys. Let's concentrate. Here we go. See that green delta? There it is. We need to see that needs to increase, man. That needs to build up. Ah, oh, come on, Bitcoin. What you got for me, man? Let's roll with it. Come on. Increase, increase. Some more. Anything, Bitcoin? Let's put a little bit. No, I won't do that. We need to concentrate. See, they could actually keep price like this until tomorrow morning. That's the crazy thing, guys. You know? That is the crazy thing. This stream is absolutely long. I try and keep the streams nice and short, guys, so that it's easy for you guys to view back. But we've now had this mad move to the downside. All right? Now what we're doing is we're watching the development of if this is going to play out and come back up. Has this been a setup? They've broken that range. Everyone has now rushed to the charts to go short. There's loads of guys who are short right now that have sold Bitcoin with leverage. Now Mr. Market Maker's thinking, there's a lot of liquidity for me to come back and take. Is this the point that he starts it from? Zaid, man, thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. Tash, pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Grayscale scooping up. Do you know what? Whatever price it is that any institutional company scoops it up at, okay, all we're looking for is movement. That's all we want. And Asia has still got to react to this. Asia has still got to react to this movement, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to see what happens with this, man. Might be a very interesting evening. Very interesting evening. See, look now. Things are starting to quieten down. They're starting to stabilize. So it doesn't look like it's going to... It might actually just quieten off a little bit now. They've done their business. And now it's just playing down slowly. I want to see some more movement. Come on. Very price tight action. What is going on with my speech tonight, guys? Man, I need a week off. I want to have a week off. That's what I want to do. I want a week off away from the charts, but I will then probably end up trading like 48 hours a day. That's how mad I am. Here we go. Here we go. Nice deltas coming in. Still not taking out that range, that last week's low chart. The last week's low still hasn't been taken out. They've had every opportunity to do so. Here we go. A little bit of a reversal point right there. Okay, are you going to do it? Big green delta to come into the chart. Is it going to appear? Is that divergence? That might be divergence in the book map. I want it to finish positive. Come on. So there's support in this area. Okay, market maker, remember, he's released liquidity to the downside. He's stopping volume presence. So he doesn't want price to go any lower because he's already had an influx of traders going short, and he's also released the long liquidation points. So he's just got himself a bag of cake. Now he needs to digest it and close off all the positions that he's just built in this zone back to the upside. Are we going to see the beauty of it happening very shortly? But remember, if the narrative is favoring lower prices, guys, and in principle people are expecting a bearish market, for every move to the downside, that would go with the narrative of price marking down, okay? Any retraces back up, you would have to be very cautious of, because at any moment they could engage in price continuing its move to the downside. So this little bit of a pause in the chart could be in preparation for price to drop even lower. So we've got to be wary of that, guys. You know what? I used to do these streams, guys. I used to do these sort of streams where we would anticipate the Kong, as they call it. Here we go. In a second. Right. Based on how fast that candle just did that, we should see a sweep. Another one of these green figures coming in. We should see a sweep. That means that they're absorbing Bitcoin at speed. They're trying to grab as much of it as they can and hit stops. So looking at the chart, we can see that. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. What have you got for us? Let me zoom out. Let's have a look at some context. Oops. The bid's just taken a nice drop down. Oh, delta increasing. Negative delta. As long as price trades stays positive. Come on. Ooh. No. There it is. There's our little break. Tap down. Concentrated area. Are they going to come back in? Look. Delta rising up there. Price not actually breaking down lower, so that's a good sign. I just need that one more push up, man, to release from this structure right here. That's what I'm waiting for. They need to break above that because they absorb 21 Bitcoin in this area at speed. Okay, so they have to build up towards it. And once we break this point right here, then Bitcoin might actually try and come back up towards the 50. That would be a nice little trip. A nice trip. Bitcoin may effectively be banned in Europe as EU set to finalize regulatory... Oh, man. Could you imagine they ban it in Europe? That would be absolutely phenomenal. Can you believe that? Well, that's a good thing Cyprus is not in the EU anymore. Well, it is in the EU. But, well, off to Dubai we go. Come on, man. 5 EMA's flat. Nothing much is happening right now, guys. Nothing much is happening. Yeah, it needs to play out, doesn't it? It needs to play out. What solar system is this, Tino? This is the book map. To anyone new to the channel. This is book map. All right, just Google it. Bookmap.com. And it gives you the live limit orders being placed in 5 different exchanges of Bitcoin. So that's Bitstamp, Binance, FTX, Coinbase Pro, and Kraken. All right. If you are new, the channel website, okay, so tradersreality.com has everything that you need. You can download this indicator here on the left. It's free of charge. And then make your way over to the Discord. And then you'll start to get to understand how this game works. The community of the pattern watchers is absolutely fire. In my opinion, everyone has everyone's back in that Discord, man. Can be a crazy place, but you know what? We're all out for each other, man. We help each other out. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Trying to make sense of the chaos of this game that we call trading. Especially in crypto. It's not trading crypto, it's trading. Because it can be gold, it can be gas, it can be oxygen, it can be bread, it can be water. If it's a market, we can trade it. The principle will still be the same. Okay? Solar System, Tino's Planetarium. Nah, man. I don't know if I would go to Dubai, because apparently you can't vape out there. That completely ruins the idea of me even going out there. No, thank you. I can't do that. I need my inhaler, man. I need that inhaler. Okay, price is actually doing something here right now. There is a cluster of orders, so it looks like there may be guys who are running for the shorts right now. There may be a lot of guys trapped in this range. So at some moment, we might see price break higher. Okay? But that's all dependent on if the market itself, the liquidity provider, is content with the amount of shorts trapped in this area. Yeah? That's what it's all based on. Here we go. We've had some absorption right there. So they're starting it off again like they did over here. Where was it? Oh, I can't get it up in the chart. So we want to see it come back up. Come on. That's what we're waiting for. Liquidity's coming up above as well. Hit the spikes, come back down into the range. Happy days. So somewhere across these exchanges, someone stops it getting hit hard. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can. Yeah, shisha in abundance. I understand that. Here we go. 20 past. All right. So it's nearly 20 past 11 UK time. I'm not seeing much activity. It appears to me that this zone right here, at the 37,680 zone, seems to be an area of interest. Not that much liquidity. Oh, okay. Seems to be holding this point. I think they're setting it up for Asia, guys. I'll be honest with you. I think they're setting up for Asia because of how fast the move has happened. Okay? They could be setting up for Asia. But guys, as well, look, they can drop it again one more time because they've recovered the wick on the vector candle point right here. So any more pushes to the downside, there'll be, in essence, the market maker's last attempt at grabbing the shorts and getting ready to release higher, because there's a lot of shorts being trapped in this area right now, because that's the basis of the business model. Talk about recession. Well, this is another story. Here we go. Because we've had this bit of sweeping in the charts right here. Here we go. Delta rising. Come on. Delta coming up. On the 15-minute candle, a stopping minute candle right now. Stopping volume on the 15-minute candle is... There it is. That violet vector stopping volume candle. So, let's see if they can break this structure up here. Let me just mark it off. There it is right there. Let's see if they're going to come back for the recovery of this candle. We're going to go on the smaller time frames just so that we can understand the development of that move. Here we go. So there's the structure right there. That's the zone. Come on, Bitcoin. Show us your worth. Now, we may be looking for Bitcoin to come back up into the chart. Okay, so come back up towards the 50. Does that change the whole cycle? No, it doesn't. We're just looking for volatility, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking for. Here we go, Bitcoin. Come on. Make your play. Another sweep. Happy days. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Follow through, bro. Commitment. Break that structure. 37,800. Ah, come on. Cancelling those orders. Keep them still. Keep them still. As long as that liquidity stays there, that's a good sign. As long as that liquidity stays in that... it's moved up. It's gone. Spoofs. Moved it higher again. It's a little block order right there. Institution plays right there. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's put a little bit of music on. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, let's put a bit of music on. Bring that fire into this stream. Can you hear the music? Ever so slightly. Come on. There we go. There we go. Talking like Bitcoin's my dog. Here we go. There is the Delta built. Come on. There she is. Come on, Bitcoin. Break that structure, man. Break that structure. It's called gambling. It's not gambling, right? Because you're understanding what's happened. All right? By principle. If you were to go long in this chart right here, your stop would be all the way down here. Okay? On the basis of you going long from this big push up. So it's a break in the structure. Because of look at how many candles they just took out. They haven't taken out those points yet. Now it looks like it's trying to break that point. It tapped the structure. Okay? Now we want to see it follow through. By principle of the recovery of the red vector candle, ladies and gentlemen, will we see the recovery of the red vector candle? Let me just see what dollar yen's doing. Hold on a second. Dollar yen is at 117.52, same spot as before. The star of the show for me is Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. More delta. So one push, two. We're waiting for another sweep up. And then they'll start to calm things down a little bit. Oh, strong rejection. Now we got a lot at 38,130. 230 Bitcoin collectively in this zone right here. We've got some institutional plays right there as well. Large block orders in that area. Come on. Sharp move down. See that there? Sharp aggressive move down. Comes away. Bounces up. Yeah? Those are like the little tells. Yeah? Because people are still of the belief Bitcoin's going to go lower. An article might have come out right now that says Bitcoin down to whatever, or some bad news is going to come in. They're feeding more shorts into the chart. So this is why we got to be careful when you in essence you trade these sort of zones, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? As exhilarating as it is, you need to maintain focus. All right? You have to maintain focus because at any moment's notice, they can wipe you out. And you've got to be very careful with it, guys. This is the hardest, easiest way to make money. Yeah? The principle simply says price is likely to come back up and recover the red vector candle. Fine. Guess what? Say it does it, guys. And you had gone long in this area here. Happy days. Realistically, how much effort was needed for you to actually open that trade? None. And the amount of money that you may have made on that trade, okay, if it's more than what you would earn in an hour, you better pay yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You know? Look, I will never tell you when to go long or when to go short. I'll talk you through what's going on in the charts. And if you've been watching the streams for quite some time, you kind of understand what I'm talking about. You know? We're profiling the market maker's behavior. We're waiting to see if the market is going to come back up and retest the red vector candle. Okay? You have to be 100% responsible for your own decision-making process. If you're having to ask, should you go long or should you go short, you probably don't have a strategy. And that's what's really important about this game. You know? Is this suited for long-term traders? No. Holders? No. We're on the 2-minute time frame. We're trying to make sense of the activity of price developing into what we understand as potentially a recovery of the red vector candle in the chart. Is this the false move? Yeah? One last attempt by the market makers to mark price down lower. Are we going to see it happen? And this is what this channel's doing right now. It's trying to get you to be aware of this, because you will see this happen again at some point in the chart, and you'll think back at this stream, and where you thought before you should enter, you would probably enter at that point in time. You know? To add more, release the backup. Okay, Billy from Philly always pays himself. It's tattooed on my forehead. If you are new to the channel, guys, and you want access to all this stuff, just Google bookmap.com. And if you want to download the indicators on the left of the chart, go to tradersreality.com. Everything you need is in the description of the video, guys. It's all there for you. I've got the poll in the way, which has got 1,253 likes, and we have, 1,253 votes, and we have 1,256 likes. Guys, thank you very much for that love, man. Mad love and respect. Okay, look, in this area here, sorry to cut that off, man. I was being a bit sentimental there, but when I see something, I need to make you guys aware. We've got a push here. The sweeps happened here, right? And another sweep has happened here. So that tells me that there's orders up here getting placed that the market might edge towards. So we could expect another faster move up to try and sweep up those orders. Okay, here it is. Is that it there? They broke that structure. Come on, follow through, man. Man, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. What are you doing, bruv? Michael, thank you very much, man. God bless you, bro. God bless you. There's the sweep, ladies and gentlemen. It happened, but they pulled it back. Look at that. Sweeping up. So look, what they've done is they've sweeped, but they haven't moved price. All right? So they've come straight back down. They didn't sweep moving up. They just spiked the order quickly and brought it back down again. That, my friends, is a classic market maker play. Classic. Sometimes you tend to see, right, if you zoom out, you might see like diagonal order blocks. Whenever you see diagonal orders in the book map, it's called ignition algo. When the algorithm forces price to a direction in the chart, okay, or in the order book itself. When the algorithm forces price. Can you believe that? Here we go. So when you look at it from this perspective, this is where most of the commitment is in the chart. This area. So principle would say if price does make its way back down to this point, okay, in this area here, which would sit at 37,590, we should see traders come back in at that point. In other words, orders should come in at that zone. Okay. See, they just swept more Bitcoin to the downside. So from this move right here, I guess the move, so what's price on here against Bitcoin? So 37,086, 0585. No worries, my friend. You didn't have to do that, bro, but thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. S&P 500 mini index, huge gap up from Sydney Open. Wicked. Gap up from Sydney, so that means traders are feeling a little bit optimistical. Looks like a bit of a promise. Red Light Clark, Massive Attack. Yeah, man, Massive Attack. My favorite is Eye Against Eye. That's the best song. Okay, so look at this, guys, right? When you're involved in this sort of price action, it's good to actually profile. Like some of you may say, okay, if price is going to come back up to the vector point, some of you may engage in the idea of fear of missing out. So you might get in now, for example, all right? But for the guy that's going to be patient and wait for clear structure, what you're watching right now is the market maker, in essence, has forced all the traders to go short. So there is a massive influx of traders going short right now, okay? What we need to be waiting for is we want to wait and see a clean, definitive break away. Because the longer they stay in this range, the more likely the 50 EMA is going to come closer and closer to price on the 2-minute chart. Okay? So when we look at the higher time frame, the 5-minute chart, where is it? Look at this. It's all the way over there. Price is now going above the 5 EMA. So naturally, we would want to wait for the 5 to cross over the 13 for us to validate that they're going to look to try and come back up into this area here. At that point, we would have achieved, in essence, even 50% of the recovery of the vector candle. So if I go on the higher time frame and look at the 1 hour, the 50% recovery of this whole vector from the wick all the way down to that wick right there, we are expecting the recovery of that point would be, let me just get a fib, from that high to the low. Okay, so where we at? 38,161 would be the recovery of 50% of this wick. So then we would look at the chart and break it down. What do we see? So now we're breaking down. Let's avoid the bookmap for a second. Let's have a look. What can we see happening in the chart? Let me close this. Don't know why it's taking so long. Probably because I'm waiting. Got so many things loading up in my chart. This is unbelievable. It's taking its time. 6-minute chart. Okay, here we go. Spike up, down, up, down. Traders are running for shorts. Okay, not that many pushes down lower just yet. Okay, we could even see it come here, guys. We've just got to mark these points off in the chart here for reference so that we understand where we are. Look at the volume tab on the bottom. Yeah, dropping. Yeah. Now we're waiting for commitment. We're waiting for someone to step in right now. Here we go. No, this is just random music. Right? This isn't massive attack. Oh yeah, ruler. Sorry. I could have used the ruler. Okay then. Well, here we go. Come on, Bitcoin, man. Little bit of delta's coming in here. You seen these orders up here, guys? Look. You see these here that were just appearing right there? They were opening and closing. Little spoofs. Fake. Right there. These two right here is what I'm interested in. Oh, big order. Ah, gone. 38k. Did they just build some longs? Oops. Look at that. Look what on earth is going on there. Sweeping up orders. Lots of sales have come in here. They've now absorbed a lot of sell orders in this area. Is this the final push? We want to see another big green volume bubble right here to offset what has just happened here. So inside of that candle, we've just had that massive push. Look at the liquidity that's just come into the chart, man. Come on, Bitcoin. Give us a good day. Give us Monday's false move and it will be happy days to the upside. Until that happens, guys, we're going to be stuck in this range for a little bit. Oh, man, this is fire. This is bringing the fire. Lots of liquidity at 37,600. Okay, remember what we said earlier on about this zone right here? They bring price towards that point. They're going to trigger traders to step in. So naturally, the book's going to want to come back down to there to commit that liquidity. Here we go. Breaking down. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so we're waiting for now more longs. Sweeping up again. This is going to be pretty fun. Guys, as always, maintain discipline, okay? This isn't financial advice. We are talking about the way price moves. Don't be irrational. Look at the range itself. Look at the time. It's dead. Dead time. We're trying to make sense of this. Are we going to see it recover the red vector candle? Is this going to just trap traders more? What I'm doing is I'm trying to get you to be in that state of mind of how to talk into speculation. You're talking and understanding what you see in the charts, not what you think's going to happen, what you see happening. And when you have that conversation, then it starts to make sense when you come back to the charts again and again and repeat that same conversation, because the same thing happens over and over again. It's just, when is it going to do it? That's the thing. Will the market be bullish? Who knows? Who knows? Bullish, bearish. We're not interested. We're interested in movement. That's what we want. So we've missed out on this move to the downside because we were looking at altcoins. All right. Now we're going to be sat here waiting to see, is the move going to happen back up again? Have they just set up price? Has Sydney set price up for Asia to mark it back up? It's one of those long streams again, ladies and gentlemen. One of those long streams on a Sunday night. I haven't done this for a very long time, guys. A very long time. Here we go. That delta right there, big red delta in that zone. We naturally expect a recovery from that delta. And the delta I'm talking about is this big bubble. All right. So market has pushed price down lower. Retail traders are stepping in, going short on the negative of delta. Okay. So selling pressure. Market makers building longs in this area. Because you can't buy if no one is selling. And you can't sell when no one is present to buy. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me just have a look at... I just want to see if they're going to do that. Delta's increasing, but not going anywhere. It's going up. They're trapping traders here, I think. They're trapping the shorts. I think they're trapping shorts. Few more attempts lower, maybe. But I guess the longer they keep price in this area, the more retail traders going to think it's going to continue down lower. And we've got the zones in the chart that we can anticipate if they do decide to go down lower. Again, at this point right now, market has just had an influx of orders hit in the zones. So now it's like everyone's like, oh my God, Bitcoin lower, Bitcoin 20K. That's it. This is the move to send Bitcoin to 20K. All right. Again, people are only going to buy and sell if they're given a reason to do so. We're going to try and take advantage of this. Do we get a tea break in 5 minutes? Go get yourselves a cup of tea if you want. I'll still be here. I'm going to see you through to the Tokyo Open, which is another 20 minutes time. Go get yourselves a cup of tea. I'll still be here. Let me put some music on. Go get yourselves a cup of tea. I'm going to go get myself a drink. Go on. I'm still here. Go get yourselves a drink, guys. Okay, guys, are you still there? All right, then. Here we go. Look at that. See that? So that big red bubble right there, the delta. Now, this is what we've been waiting for. Look at all these orders right here. So that commitment came back into the chart right there. For these moments, man, you need a good drink. Nice little glass of water. Okay, come on, Bitcoin. What you got for us, man? What are you going to do? Is that delta going to come in again? Looks like a lot of shorts are getting trapped in this area. Loads of sells are trapped in this area right now, and price just is drifting slowly back up. So it's really, if the market maker is just pulling back ever so slightly, the move itself has achieved more than 50% of its ADR for the range. Okay, so we can expect some more. Oh, there she goes. We're still good. We're still good. Don't be phased by it on here. All right, remember this behavior here is inside of this candlestick. Okay. Total market cap was 50 billion 2 years ago today. Wonderful. The OG streams, you know how it is. Those days, guys, man. If you are new to the channel, I've probably uploaded like good 600-700 videos. And the start of these streams, guys, back in the day, they were like 4 or 5 hours long. We would sit through every single bit of price action. There was nothing that we didn't miss. Those days were fire, man. Absolutely fire. I enjoy those days. Okay, what have we got? 3 more minutes until the start of a new 15-minute candle. The time frame that we are on right here is the 6-minute chart. So near enough half of that time. Resting orders up here. As long as they stay up there, that's good news for us. Oh man, I couldn't do those streams every day, man. I could not do those streams. Not every day. $11 hours and 15 minutes was the longest stream. I remember that, man. I remember those days. It was back in them days, man. They were the best. They were the best days. I think we will drop till Wednesday on to next weekend and we'll pump again. Tanner, you know what? Bitcoin can drop again. From now, maybe let's say Bitcoin now. You've got to understand, right? Here we go. To understand the way the market moves, right? It has to go with in terms of ebb and flow. They've just trapped a ton of guys to go to the downside whilst hitting the previous liquidation points for the longs, okay? So there's an exhaustion in the charts, in the order book itself. Thank you, Dimitris, man. Go get a bottle of water. That's an expensive bottle of water, bruv. Listen, when we see these impulsive moments in the chart, they have to normalize the range. Now, of course, if there is news plays, right, that's when the charts go crazy anyway. Like, for example, that time when El Salvador declared it's made it Bitcoin legal tender, you know, that's when that big drop on the chart on the 7th of September last year, that's when, you know, price just goes free roam and does whatever it wants, okay? But then it brought it back into the range and then it continued with its move to the downside. Don't make the mistake of thinking it can continue to drop from this point, okay? It can, but they have to maintain the ebb and flow of the marketplace, all right? They'll spend a bit of time like they've done so right here, try and work the range a little bit lower. Then when they want to try and blow out the range again to more downside movement, then we will see the activity happening. Yeah? Yeah, man. Yeah, this consolidation right here, guys, could last for the next 2-3 hours. We will know when Asia comes in. I did get myself a chair, but I'm still on my feet. That's the only way that I can actually do these streams. I could do an 11-hour stream standing up, no problem. I'm so used to it. And when we get when we do the new stream set up for the reveal, yeah, that's another conversation that we've got to have as well. Planning on doing a reveal very soon, ladies and gentlemen. That's getting planned out. Got to wait for a few things first, but I know the team is waiting on me. I know the team is waiting on me. So that's something to look forward to, guys. Yes, the reveal will happen. Do you welcome the reveal? Do you? Don't you? Come on. How many of you suggest that I should reveal myself? Should I do it? Yes or no? Face reveal, that is. Face reveal. I get called out as well. Like, Tina, please do not reveal yourself, bro, man. That's not going to be suitable. Here we go. No. There you go. What chair did I get? I got the Herman, what's his name? Herman Miller one. It's blue on the back. Don't even know what it's called. It's a scientific chair. What's it called, man? Syrian? I don't even know. The Herman Miller one. One that looks like it's got a spine on its back. One of those ones. The Scion one. The Logitech one. Yeah, I thought I'd get myself a chair because I'm not gonna, you know, chairs. You can always keep buying chairs. You know, you can always buy chairs, and what's the point? You want to buy once, you buy right. You get a chair that's gonna last you for the test of time. That's what it's all about. You know. No, everyone's saying anonymous. Right, here it is, guys. 2,052 of you people in this stream. I want the truth right now. I'm going to do a poll. Here we go. Face reveal or not. Here we go. Yes or no. Tonight, you will speak. Here we go. Here's the poll. Here is the poll. Cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this isn't my way of trying to get out of it, Mike. Don't worry, bro. Here we go. As it stands, 62% of you are saying I should do it. 407 votes. There's 2,000 of you beautiful people in here tonight. I'll throw ones for the face reveal. Say mad love and respect, Ahmed. Thank you, bro. Face and age, bro. Killing the mystery. This is true, man. This is true. Come on. People are saying no to not do it, but yet 63% of you are saying so. 731 votes. Bitcoin slowly creeping up. Come on. Buy cheap, you buy twice, Tino. This is true. Tino is actually a girl with a deep voice. That could be an idea. Look at the chart, guys. Look at these resting orders here. These orders here are closer. These are more spaced out. This is where the support was at this point in time. Yeah? Timing is so important, man. I am Satoshi. Depends if you're ugly, bro. Do you know what? There's so many ways it can matter. Some ways it can't. It doesn't even need to matter. You know, to be honest with you, for the past year and a half, guys, you guys have been watching these charts with me. Now, to have my head at the bottom right here, I'll be a pain in the ass if I'm honest with you guys. It's going to be one of those situations. But you know, there's going to be some structure towards it. I'm looking forward to doing it. I feel I owe it to you guys. I get the idea of mystery and what have you, but you know, you guys have been here for a year with me, year and a half, even longer for some guys. You know, some of the day ones are still in the channel. Happy days to you people, man. Small amounts regarding disclaimer, how to build a position on the page. Do you know what, Salter? I've done that before on the Patreon, but I'll do it again if need be. It is in the context of the Patreon itself, so unless you are pretty new to the Patreon, I've done that before. So check that out, man. I've done what, nearly 2,000 posts on that, man. So don't worry. I can appreciate if you can't find it. Okay, here we go. How old am I? I'm 37. I don't sound it. I know I don't. Nah. Can you show shortly which setting you use in Bookmap? My settings are a little bit different. So I've got the main package with Bookmap because I also have access to Forex and some of the CME futures markets as well. But it all depends on what you want. I know you can get a crypto one But I don't know if you get the book imbalance up here. But my settings are pretty basic in the sense where, let me just get that up for you. Studies configuration. I don't have the candlesticks, the cumulative volume delta. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, ignore that a second. We'll put that on there anyway. But in regards to settings, go to the volume dots, all right, and change it to volume delta. That's what you want. 3D bubbles, volume delta, okay, and leave it at that, all right. That's all you need in terms of settings. You can add the VWAP on here as well if you really want to. I can put that on there. Set a certain color and what have you. Session start settings, so 1 a.m. GMT. So in the next 2 hours, the new VWAP will be presented. So as it stands right now, look, you can see we are below and coming up towards the VWAP. So we could see price break away from that point, but you can see it's actually just dropped to the downside. So we've got to be cautious with that sort of play. CVD's coming up again. So deltas are positive right now. So let's see if it's going to hold out and play out. Here we go. So 1,054 votes say 64% of you I should reveal. That's not strong, man. That's not strong. NFT, not effing. Keep it stealth. The unattainable. I like that. I like that. I really do like that. How's USDT? Let's have a look. USDT. Here we are. Where are we at? Here we go. That looks like a promise. Look at that for a sharp play. Problem is if it doesn't actually move and the 50 comes up towards it, Bitcoin's just going to do exactly the same, and then they're going to do it later on in the session, even tomorrow. Pax Gold Bitcoin, look at that. It's marked up. Gold trading lower. Dollar yen drifting up. Luna coming back up with strength. S&P minis, where you at? Trading higher, moving up, so that's a good sign for tomorrow's sentiment. Yeah, so they'll be gapping up shortly. Copper futures, corn, crude oil. Where's crude oil? Crude oil still doing its own thing right there. Okay. Government bonds 10 yield, still doing the same thing. It's back to Bitcoin. Okay, here she goes. Yippee-ki-yay. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. What you got for me? So, those orders proved to be proved the purpose. Yeah, remember what we said earlier on. This area here, okay, was the idea that retail, the market, the book itself, the book map of orders, showed that there was commitment by traders in and around this zone. The idea was if they're going to bring price closer towards it to tap that liquidity again, if they bring it closer, they would get the same commitment. And you can see they did just that. So that's sort of like a rise, a retrace continuation in the book map. Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't really use the VWAP. Mainly just as a point of reference, like where's price? Is it above or below the VWAP? So I could say, okay, is price above the 50 EMA? Yes. Is price above the VWAP? Yes. Is price above the 200 EMA? Yes. Okay, so I've got my narrative. I understand that price may be looking to go higher. Yeah? That's how I would look at it for. You know? Closing below the ascending triangle, 35k tomorrow, then 31k. Cool. You know? Hopefully we do get to those points. Again, I have no interest in Bitcoin's price, unfortunately. No interest in the price. All I care about is I see a big red vector candle. That's an imbalance. Are we going to come back towards it? I'm going to mark up my positions and get ready to try and trade that and exploit it. Okay? Understanding what's going on in this area here is going to be critical, because if you can visualize the idea of the market maker trapping as many traders to go short in that zone, okay, if you can get enough traders to go short, which explains why you see price whipping and whacking like this, all right, and there's no clean definitive trades, it's because traders are rushing to go short because Bitcoin's dropped. So now people are running to see what can they justify by means of Bitcoin going down lower, whether it's a descending triangle, whether it's a wedge, whether it's a bear flag, bull flag, any flag you want it to be, United Nations flag, for all I care. Okay? But ultimately, it's about following the flow of liquidity. If the market has just dropped like this, that means traders are running for shorts. Okay? So guys that may be playing the longs have just paid the price. They've tapped that liquidity. If we look at High Block itself and we refresh the chart, look at that, man. That is despicable. Look what they've done. They've come and eaten all of that liquidity right there. So they want more shorts in the chart. Let's wait for that to come back up a second. Come on. Does it again. Forget it. We'll go back to that in a second. All right, so we've got a little bit of volatility here. Here we go. Come on. There's massive containment in this area. Lots of sweeps. This is what I'm saying. Look, sweeps to the downside. There, sweeps to the upside. This area is being manipulated like crazy. People are just running to the chart, trying to grab the shorts. That's what they're doing right now. This is interesting, man. I'm liking this. Target, how long you reckon Bitcoin can go and when should I long? Huh? Oh, is that for someone else? My bad, bro. Newsplay, EU banning mining as of tomorrow, apparently. No wonder that will do to price. Let's have a look at what the news is saying for the time being. Is anything being released in terms of news? Let's go to news crypto. That should be interesting. All right, let's have a look here. All right, Bitcoin banning measure seen too close to call in tomorrow's EU Parliament. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. Bitcoin falls after news of EU pretext vote to ban Bitcoin. Why are they banning Bitcoin, man? What are these people doing? Blockchain Association's head of policy, Shavinsky, tomorrow the European Parliament votes on environmental sustainability standards that look like a pretext for a Bitcoin ban. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Could you imagine that it doesn't get banned? And then we look at the charts and say, hold on a sec. Have they just recovered all of that vector? But let's look at the question. Check this out. If they're anticipating that Bitcoin's going to get banned tomorrow, all right? Up until that point, they've marked price down lower. They recover it back up. If they're going to mark it up, back to this point here, as a little bit of a quick recovery, just to be in line with the market itself. And then the news comes out and then bang. Are they aware of what impact it will have if they did do that? Are they aware of that? That's how you know the guys in there have no clue. Could that be stopped? You know? Could it be stopped? Who knows? Anything else? Any other bits of information that we could see? Nothing interesting. Regulatory framework for crypto. Okay, so regulatory framework. If they're going to ban it, they're going to ban it. They're not going to put no framework in place. It's banned, done. They don't need to make a framework. So let's just look at the news itself. And let's see if we can make sense of it. European Parliamentary Committee will vote Monday on a new regulatory framework for crypto assets. Okay. Which could accelerate passage of a measure that an industry executives could practically ban key digital currencies, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, in Europe. Crypto assets issued and or traded in the EU shall be subject to a minimum environmental sustainability standards and set up and maintain a phased rollout plan to ensure compliance. Okay, that's a different story. An earlier draft didn't mention a proof of work protocol concept. Here we go. We at Ledger will always defend freedom and self-custody, particularly in our backyard. We are calling on all you to contact your member of European Parliament and let them know that you are opposed to a Bitcoin ban. I guess this is the proof in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tokyo is now open. Let's see the fire in this chart. Here we go. Let me just get rid of that there, because that is just a pain. All right, cool. So is it going to play out? They are now. China are going to react to it. We should now zoom into the chart and see what we can get from this. Here we go. Tokyo is open. Let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. Let us roll. Oh, man, this is tense. This is tense stuff, given that this information's coming out. Here we go. Tokyo, show your worth. Is he going to do it? Sweeps up in here. She is. There's a push. Come on, Tokyo. Governor Tino getting banned on YouTube. Sends price negative across the board. Right then. Again, guys. Tokyo is open. Let's see how they react. And then, if it's two of a standard, happy days. If it's to a standard, then all will be well. But remember, guys, even if the FUD of the idea of the EU banning crypto, that's from now up until that point, they've just dripped price. They've dripped it to people to react to it. Yeah? Come tomorrow, they don't actually ban it. Here we go. Sweep. 35 Bitcoin has just been eaten at speed. So they just triggered those orders right there. Happy days. New daily open candle. Come on, Bitcoin. Trade up, man. Do your thing. Show us your worth, Asia. Come on. 37,770 in the chart. What an interesting evening. I said yes, but I like the mystery too. I mean, there's a million things that the EU Parliament could be solving that's much more important than... Yeah, I guess so. 3 different measures that could get adopted. Only one has the strict measures that sound like some kind of ban. The rest sound like what Biden said, okay? They can't ban Bitcoin. They could ban mining, which would be a shoot in the foot. True. Graphics. Again, if you are new to the channel, right? Just jump over to tradersreality.com. Everything that you need is there. I'm just going to pin it to the chat, guys, and it will make life easier for you. Okay, that should work now. Tradersreality.com. There it is. You can download the indicators. They are free of charge. Bookmap is a premium, so go and just Google bookmap.com and check it out first, because it's really, ideally, it's for guys who like to trade the shorter time frames and get an overview of where the liquidity is at in the charts. Okay, what I like to do is I like to zoom out with the book map just to understand the liquidity in the ranges. You can see at 37k there's 167 Bitcoin orders in that zone. That's for individual Bitcoin. All right, we zoom out a little bit more and we can see at 35k there's 330 Bitcoin. Go out a bit more, you can see at 30k there's 581. Earlier it was 594, guys. So they've taken some Bitcoin off. All right. So here we are. Big delta right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a promise. It looks like they could be stopping it in this range. Again, retail traders are rushing into the chart. We're going to have Asia react to this information. How low will Asia mark down price before it actually comes up? Because they're still in the program of trapping traders to the downside. Dan Pena says that, yeah? Putin. Would you be surprised? 18, have you got a wife? Oh, man. No. I thought you said, have you got a life? Here you go. What we got? Okay, so big delta pushes lower. All right. Liquidity support down at this point here. Setting and establishing the session low. Here we go. Look at that. Could get some spiky behavior. This could be a promise. There it is right there, coming back down. Look at the big volume there, man. A lot of exchanged hands. Here we go. Some more shorts coming in. Will they follow through? There it is. Come on, tap that zone. Go back up. It's not done on much volume. Moving in threes, I guess. Now I'm taking a seat, guys. All right. What have we got? What are you guys saying? Oh, no, it's not. I'm not baiting you, bruv. I'm preparing you. Yeah? Asia taking a massive... Some things I can't say, some you can't, man. Especially in the streams. All right, so what you can see right now, okay, is Bitcoin hasn't actually... All they're doing is they're working this zone. Just look at the behavior. If they're trying to trap traders short, okay, and traders are rushing to the charts to go short, market maker has to give them a reason to get in. Okay, so look, these are where the wicks start to present themselves. Right, so right now there is a structure being formed. The deviation away from the moving average is present. Look, you can see it's happened. So naturally we anticipate them to try and revert back towards it. Will we see it in one big candle up, or are we going to see it happen over a period of time? Because Bitcoin can actually travel from here, go up in this zone, come down, go up slightly, come back down again, go and test this zone, drop, stabilize, Monday, shift out. And then they could come back down again aggressively as well. That's what could actually happen. And we got to be cool with that as well. That's exactly what we got to be cool with. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Tino, 200 Bitcoin sell wall at 37,800 on Binance. 37,800, yeah? Okay, so there is a block of orders right there at 37,800 or so. So what I would need to see is the book map would need to have more commitment in this area here. If I zoom out, am I going to see that commitment? Yeah, so look, this area is massive support in the book map. So the 37,800 zone may get broken if they trigger the liquidity in this area here. That's what we're waiting for. One of those long nights again, guys. Nice long streams. Mad love and respect to all you people passing through, man. If you are new to the channel, again, some housekeeping. Be sure to like and subscribe because we do this every day. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Right, we do the London Open, not a stream, but a video. And then I do the 2 p.m. stream, GMT, UK time, where we welcome the New York Open. So that's when it gets really interesting in the charts as well. Those are the best times. Of course, tonight is a bit of a news play, guys. All right. The idea of what's going on with this EU committee. Well, we need to really understand. Let's see something. All right. Check this out. Let's look at all the cryptocurrency that is being absorbed right now across the board. Fiat Leak, new product. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at this. This is fiatleak.com. All right, let's pull up Bitcoin and let's have a look around the world who's picking it up. Okay, so give it a second and you should see it being picked up and it will start appearing at speed. These are the trades that have happened based off blockchain data, if I'm correct. Yes, you can see the exchanges on the left. We can have this in the background. Tell you what we can do. Break this off. We'll pull this down. Have that in the background up there. You can see it for yourselves. It's a nice little setup, ladies and gentlemen. There's price there. So there's Bitcoin. Let's pull up the good old book map. Look at that for a setup, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that for a setup. No worries, Stacey. It's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. No problem. No problem, Chrism. Mad love. Okay. Crypto being absorbed by Russia. Look at that. Top right. People eating up Bitcoin. It's the states, man. The states are taking over. They're eating it. Come on, they're spending a lot of time in this area. The 37,700, 37,800 zone seems to be a certain point of accumulation. But right here is where the proof of the pudding is going to be achieved. They're coming in at this point. Here we go. Oh, wow. Russia's taxing up. Taxing it. Wow. Or Asia even. Come on, man. Let's see what happens. It's China, yeah. Tokyo dropping it. Until they break below the 37,600, things are okay. 37,600 because they'll be breaking this area here, but they could go down to it to test the intention of traders from this point because it looks like it's a massive support point as well. We're waiting to see the proof of that. How do you know it's a sell and buy? These are buy orders. Only buy orders of Bitcoin. All right, these are the buy orders. Oh, wow. Here it is. 37.68, 37.69. That needs to come in. Otherwise, it's going to release. There it is. Here we go. Here we go. This is where the proof comes in of this range. Still not broken just yet. Still not broken. 37.63. 37.594 down there. There's the break. 37.560. Here we go. Are they going to break lower yesterday's low? Come on. They should be pulling it back up if they hold this zone. There's the sweep. Look at that, man. Look at that. That is nuts. Ooh. There's a lot of money. Look at that. 94 Bitcoin eaten alive at this point. There's a lot of orders getting absorbed in this area. Loads of shorts are being rushed to the chart right now, guys. Last week's low has been promised. Yesterday's low not just taken as such. Look at it, how they keep it up in that zone right there. We should expect a little bit of a recovery here if they can hold. If they can hold this point. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. 37,600 again, holding that range. Is it going to come back up? Red vector candle. Is this their last attempt? Mad imbalance in the chart right now. 153 Bitcoin. I've never seen it that big. Oh, wow. I've never seen it that big. This usually goes to about 20, 30 at most. There's something happening right now, guys. This area is showing massive support. Massive support. There the guys are back in again. Testing that intention. Look at the liquidity right there. There's nothing happening up here yet. It's all in this area here. Look, 110, 94, 132 being swept up. They're eating it. 184 Bitcoin. That is huge. Mad volume coming in. 37,700. Is that 37,800 going to come in? Come on, Bitcoin. Look at that up there, man. That is crazy. It's getting bigger. 184. Come on, Bitcoin. We're seeing some action tonight, guys. 15-minute time frame. Come on. Bringing in the fire. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. There she goes. There it is. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. Say goodbye to that one for a little minute. Here we go. There's that lovely 213 Bitcoin. Mad volume coming in. Delta's coming in strong. Big red delta right there. When the delta is negative, I understand it as the market maker preparing his longs. Okay, by trapping the traders to go short. Yeah, definitely. Action movie. Man, this is the Oscars, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Oscars for trading. This is what it is. Okay, well, we're not out the woods just yet, guys. Let's see if we can break the structure up here. We want to see at least 37,800. That is what needs to get broken. On the book map, it's been broken. Okay, now 37.8 is in the chart right there. Here we go. Here we go. To the upside. Come on, Bitcoin. Make the break. We've been putting the theory together. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Give me that fire. Come on. Come on. I want you guys to see it because we have talked into the idea of it coming back up. Red vector candle recovery, understanding what's going on in this area. This, if anything, is the hybrid system at its best. Okay? This is what it's all about. Understanding if this manages to come back up, then you would have experienced the recovery of the vector candle in principle of understanding the relationship between why price was moving up and down in this area, a start of a new session open, and then price comes out of nowhere. They initiate the stop hunt low, form the low, and then they shift back out. Look at the absorption right there, the Bitcoin sweep. They trap the traders short, okay? And then they shift out. This is the proof of it right now. This is whether this candle's got proof behind it. Volume is coming in massive. So big volume stepping in right now. They can swipe it all the way back down, guys. That is trading 101. Okay? So let's see what they've got. A little bit of a recovery. Stop, retrace, continuation up. We will know very shortly, guys. Man, I need to have my inhaler, man. Big pushes. Big pushes up. Come on. Book map is showing it. Come on. See that area there? How to use the book map to verify support and resistance points. Okay. Now we haven't broken fully up yet. Not a clean break up because we've only come into the structure right there, but we couldn't break away from it. It's all on this candlestick right here. All right. Although it is a smaller time frame candlestick, principally we are expecting it to continue back up. Big liquidity orders up there. 218 Bitcoin at 38,100. We want to see another big green vector candle to push, not vector, a delta to push it out. That's what we want to see in terms of the book map itself. This is the proof of the move, guys. This is the proof. The schedule of the live streams, guys, is on the banner of the channel. It says it there. But what I do is I stream Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays. All right. I do a video in the morning to bring the London Open, and then the New York Open is a live stream at 2 p.m. GMT. That's what we do. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, I do a little video in the morning and then in the evening to finalize the week, and then chill out on the Saturday, and then Sunday night we do this video right here. This stream usually isn't as long as it is right now because we've just got the price action. That's why. But normally this stream, they only last about 35 to 40 minutes long so people can watch them. All right. Because before I used to do 4 or 5 hour streams. And there are people in this channel that have watched every single video that I have uploaded. Mad love and respect to all you beautiful people for doing that, man. Can't thank you enough for that. And that's the commitment right there, man. People that want to learn this strategy. Okay. The hybrid system. It takes 2 schools of thought. The PVSRA method, Steve Murray market maker method. And I've been using these 2 strategies for quite some time now. And my understanding of those 2 systems, bring them together, present them to you guys, help you guys understand it. All you need to do is just watch the charts. You can download the indicators. They are free. Go to the Traders Reality website, join the Discord. It's all there for you guys. All right. Got a mad Discord family. Absolutely mad. Could they bring it down again? Guess what? They can bring it down again, guys. They can bring it down, you know? And we've got to be cool with that. But just look at what's just happened. All right? We've had this big move down. They came down and trapped the traders short, and now they've reversed it back up. Little bit of a recovery, continuation. You can see it. Rise, retrace, test the intention. Again, they'll come down into that zone where they got the commitment in that area again. Again, you just need to understand something. When you see this sort of thing right here, principle says when they bring price into that area, that's where they're going to trigger the interest. Now, it came in slightly lower, but they came back up above it. So it solidifies that traders came back in at that point. At the same time, they had initiated a sweep. So they had hit the stops. They had triggered traders to go short, and guys who have gone long have been liquidated from the previous move earlier on. Okay? So now we're waiting to see if this is going to play out in favor, okay, to move price higher. Come on. Here we go. 20 past. Are we going to see another continuation up? Rock Traveller, mad love, man. Thank you for becoming a member. When would we get confirmation to trigger a trade? What's your risk? How much money are you using? What leverage are you using? For me to validate a trade entry for everyone, okay, to take, it would be a disservice to you all. Because I could say, yeah, okay, if you were to go long, you need to be out of the trade within 2 minutes. You'll be like, hold on a sec, out of the trade in 2 minutes? Yeah, bro, I'm a scalper. See what I'm saying? How does that help you if you're getting out of a trade within 2 minutes? Are you looking for a longer term play? Watch last week's streams. Every day you come to the stream, I, in essence, educate you as much as I can to the best of my ability in helping you profile the development of the way price moves. Okay? What is your trading preference? Scalper, swing trader, day trader, you know, holder, diamond hands. You know, what are you? That's really going to help. You know? Volume is looking very interesting. Okay, we got a lot of volume triggering off right now. We've had the shorts come into the play, and they've just shaken them out with a stop hunt low rise. Okay, now we're waiting to see if that proof of the pudding is going to play out in this area. That's what we're waiting for. We are waiting for that. What time is it? Boy, it's getting late. It's one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. I want to see if this pattern's going to play out on the book map itself. Are we going to get the rise, which we've got, the retrace, which is what's happening, and we're going to see the continuation up to absorb the 38,100 zone? To the gentleman that was talking about the 37,800 wall in Binance. Okay, so based on the idea of the book map, yes, we've broken that wall in principle, but we're waiting for it to solidify. Based on the idea of them coming back into this area, moving away from it, they've edged down into it again. Now we're waiting to see if this block of area of interest at this point right here is going to solidify the move out and take out this area at 38. That is what we're waiting for. Okay, so just as a little bit of a helpful thing there, when you're trying to trade off the idea of whether a position in the chart is going to be a resistance, you want to look below. See, when you're looking at support and resistance points, when you look at it from a candle's perspective, you can only go by the wicks and the way the candlestick presents itself and the volume, all right? But in the book map, you can really work out if the intention is going to be present based on the delta at the pressure of selling and buying in certain areas. You could see in that area, we know there was support at that point. You look at it in the candle, you would have to make the guess that that is the area of support right there. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's a different representation of the same thing in principle. Kong's coming yet. Oh, I don't know if I could sit through that. I don't know. Making the transition from holder to trader based on the hybrid. Listen, you can make the transition from holder to trader. That's down to you guys, man. And as long as you're comfortable with it, happy days. I will do my best to get the idea of the hybrid across to you guys as often as you can. You know? Best way I can do it. Man, come on. We're waiting now to see if the 38,100 is going to come into play. All the liquidity is showing in the book map, in the order book itself. It's showing at this presence right here. It's above the VWAP, cool. Yeah? CVD's all the way at its lowest point. The delta is negative. What has been negative as such as it's been moving up. All right. So it's one of those. Now this is a bit of a tight range. Come on. We're waiting to see if this is going to play out. Come on. I want to see it a little bit more. I want it to break this point here, and then I'll be content with that, and then I can go to bed. 2,113 people in this stream. Mad love and respect, man. Again, back in the day, 100 people in the stream. I'd be sat in it for 4 or 5 hours. I remember those days. Exactly the same. Unbelievable. It is crazy. I know. A long stream. Yes, leverage on scalps. Like to scalp all day. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. I know you want to do this. There's orders up here as well. All right. So look, if I expand the chart on the book map itself, we're going to understand something. Look at this. When you zoom out, this is the zones. This is just because I've downloaded it in real time. So this normally would be filled. All right. But look at this area here. Area between the 37,500, 37,650. All right. There's high liquidity in that area. Now the liquidity is coming up towards the upside right here. 218 Bitcoin in that point in the chart. Now orders are starting to come in slowly. So we could see another break higher, ladies and gentlemen. We could see that break higher. Is it going to play out is a different story. Got liquidity there. Massive sweep. 213 Bitcoin. That is nuts. Absolutely phenomenal. I've never seen him do so much. Yeah, Jason, 300 subscribers and we were on there for 6 hours. You know, that's what it was. Maybe snow. Maybe. Right? That could be a possibility with the Wyckoff. But remember, what are you? A day trader, swing trader, scalper? See, the scalper is interested in price going from this point all the way to this point right here, guys. Other than that, anything else after that, no interest. Because he's looking for the next opportunity. Now, this is what you'll get sometimes, guys, when you're using different strategies. Some strategies will say to you that on the 1 hour time frame, it's time for a bull trap could be triggered. And there could be trapping traders to go long or trapping traders to go short. All right. Well, whilst that's happening, if price is going in a direction and the momentum's building up, exploit it. All right. That's the idea behind day trading, short-term day trading. You have no interest in the bigger time scale of things. All right. Maybe certain zones in the chart that might actually be important. Yeah, like if we're approaching a previous week high or a previous week's low, that makes sense to be aware of that. But if it's close to your entry on the smaller time frames, that's the only time you pay attention to the bigger picture. Here we go. Now they're coming back down to test into that same area again. Here we go. So here's the proof. 37,780 now. Here we go. They should, in principle, trigger those traders to come in again at that point because it looks like a solid area right now. The psychological levels. I haven't done that. I'm going to do that in a second. When I leave the stream, I'm going to put them in the community posts. All right. I'll do that for you guys in the community posts very shortly. All right. I just want to see this move by Bitcoin. Tino, do you think we can see 28k before we see above 45k? What if we see 45k before we see 28? What if we see 55k before we see 20k? At the end of the day, don't battle your minds in worrying if that's going to happen or not. If you're a holder, right? In my opinion, a holder would have to look at price over a weekly basis and say, what can I get from price on a weekly basis? If I enter now and hope that it continues higher, okay, happy days. What am I going to do with that? Am I going to take profit and put it into USDT? What do I do with it? Am I preparing for a bigger move to the downside? Because if you are holders and we anticipate much more bigger price drops, then naturally you want to be looking for cover. Okay, you want to be protecting your assets in principle if you're applying, you know, traditional investment portfolio strategies, you know. This area is being pretty interesting. Come on, Bitcoin. I'm waiting for that break. They're containing this area. There's a lot of accumulation in this area. Not many sales are coming into this area. I'm not even seeing the book map actually. Okay, it's favoring limit sales. The imbalance at the top right here, this book bit right there, tells me where the imbalance is, and it's favoring limit sales. So price is naturally going to get pushed higher very shortly from that point. We're just going to wait and see if it's going to do it. If we see 55 before 45, go long now for 100k. What about Lambo? I don't know, man. What about the Lambo? Orders coming in. You see that, guys? You see that there? That's what it is. Yeah, listen, we've got collabs, we've got collaborations lined up, man. We've got collaborations lined up. It's coming soon. Just bear with it. Bear with it. We're going to be doing it. There's going to be a big change, man. Here we go. 37,795 again. Above the 37,840 zone. Here we go. Here we go. Hit that liquidity. Are they going to do it? Are they going to break? Come on. Orders are coming in. Make that break, Bitcoin. Come on. You've got the liquidity there. If they can't break this point, guys, then that's it. This zone might actually just be dustbin. Straight up. If they don't break it. 12:30 now. No worries, Rosie. That's all good. Rohit, that's a bit of a long sentence, man. I tried to make sense of that. Tino, what would it take to see another huge spike like December the 3rd? It's not what would it take, man. Someone needs to do something, say something to trigger something. You know? That's what needs to happen. Have a little music in the background. Okay, so they spiked up. No follow through. Price is still trading below the 5 and 13. I need to see that coming through, man. This 37.8 seems to be that point in the chart. To 191 Bitcoin. It was at 213. Now it's dropped down to 191. That means two things. They could be moving their positions lower, or they completely cancelled them full stop. The book imbalance itself is not really saying anything. So it's just like a nice normal little trading zone. The liquidity is actually between, it's between the green vector candle, between 37, right here. So between 37,816 and 37,68. They came back into that zone, stop on low, and back up. Come on, waiting one more push, guys. One more push. Because those orders are resting up there, man. They're staying put. They ain't moving. As long as they don't move, that's a good sign. What have we got here? Tino, advice for anxiety before trading. Like, I'm excited but feel super anxious before I start and then I'm good. The best way to handle your anxiety when you are trading, okay, is to open a trade with the smallest amount of money. It's called probing. Test it. You know? Greg, what do you mean? Your nan is disappointed. Bro, please don't. I don't want her to be disappointed. I didn't ignore the chat, man. You got to understand the way I've got my setup. I've got the YouTube chat on the one screen to my right, and then I've got the other screen to my left, and I'm focusing on the chart. So please forgive me if I've missed your chats, man. Please forgive me. Just tell all the big country mayors and presidents stop talking about Bitcoin. Probably find true. Billy from Philly is exhausted. Tell me about it, man. No worries, OM. We'll do a meetup as well. We'll try and find a place around the world that we can all meet up. I'd love to do that as well. That'll be crazy. Right, they're going to recover this wick. Come on. See, look at that. Disappeared. 191 Bitcoin has disappeared off the chart. You see that? 191 Bitcoin has disappeared. Does that say something? Does that mean that this point right now is the resistance? If there's nothing up there now, there was 191 Bitcoin up there a minute ago. Where's it gone? Yeah? Let's see what happens here. We haven't had a Hong Kong session. This is it. Will it be a green week? As it is right now, we are currently trading in a range which we are going to test if it's going to be a green week or not. So tonight we will know. Have they initiated the false move? Are they setting up price for this EU meeting? Hi, what is the app for the order book call? Yeah, just go to bookmap.com. That should cover you there. All right, let's see if that order flow comes in again. It's 25 to 12:30. Man, I need to sort this out. Me Julie is upset because Tina ate all the... Oh, my days. Where's my echo at? Oh, man. How will the central bank digital currencies affect crypto markets? Well, let's see. Listen, whether it seems bearish, bullish, whatever, what are we looking for? Are we looking for higher price, lower price? What is your trading narrative? What's your trading goal? Is it looking for a quick move up, quick move down? What's the story? Here we go. Now we've got some activity. They're going to recover this gap right here. Testing the commitment. Wow, there's 200 right there. 127. This is interesting. Oh, they're going for the wick. They're going for the wick. Are they going to do it? Look, I can't believe they disappeared. Those orders just got pulled from the market. That is nuts. Right, M2, M4, here we go. Yeah, they're testing the M2 pivot point. Stop hunt, low rise. Going to do the same thing that they did earlier on here. Are we going to see a sweep? Another sweep, that is. No, AJ. No. Right. Okay. Going back up above the daily open. That's important as well. It's just paying attention to this area. I'm waiting for a break. CVD's dropped down again. But there's mad amounts of volume coming through. Buyers are stepping in. Guys are putting in the liquidity. Market maker may be looking at releasing from this zone. But it's all down to, is he going to repeat this process again? Because this would be deemed as a stopping volume candle by the principle of the actual system. You know, with big orders like this disappear, what does it tell us? Does it mean the price will go lower? It acts as a spoof. Okay? Cryptocurrency is unregulated. Spoofing is a practice that the algorithms, you know, market makers, they actually do this sort of thing. Okay? Because it's a way of inducing traders to get into positions. All right? Look at what we just thought then. We saw 191 Bitcoin right there, yeah? So we were like, yeah, look, if they can hold this zone, then they're likely to come up towards that point. That narrative can make people do something, all right? But we would only be thinking of this, all right, had we have been in the trade sooner. So we can justify as to whether or not we hold our trade. If the 191 Bitcoin disappears off the chart, then we would then say to ourselves, all right, do we actually just, you know, not trade and close our trade and start again? If playing against the algorithms, you'd be stupid to trade manually. Plenty of machine learning based services to increase to keep the playing field a bit more fair. True. Member of Parliament, bruv. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? A Member of Parliament, Traders Reality Stream. Oh, man. That'll be funny. That'll be funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I want to thank you for tonight, man. Seems like price action is doing its normal thing, okay? But I hope you've got a little bit of an insight into what to expect from the hybrid, from the channel, and from the flavor that we bring every single day of the week, in principle. You know, just to help you guys understand what's going on. Look at that. Look at these orders coming in. Now, I take about 10 minutes to say bye to you all right? And probably end up staying on for another 20 minutes. So just ignore me if I sound like I'm leaving when I'm not. If I see the action happening in the charts, I'm going to stay. But it's 22 right now. It's 20 to 1. I am delayed with what I've got to do and set up. I have my daughter with me tomorrow. So it's going to be a very interesting day. I've got to do my video updates. But ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect for all you people sat with me tonight. Be sure to like and subscribe, guys, so that you can catch up with us in the week next week. Please trade safely. Today's Monday. False move week beginning. Be careful. EU news announcements tomorrow could bring a lot of volatility. All right? Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, mad love and have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Peace.